Hello everybody, what is up? How is everybody doing on this fine day? I have everything set up, ready to go. I was in here editing up. I had to re-edit Yellow Jackets for the 100,000th time every week without fail, to the point where like I think I said this last week, where I almost don't even want to like do it on the channel anymore, because every week I have to re-edit it 500 times, and it already takes me the longest of any video to edit. It's like over an hour long every week. I go out of my way to try to not have to re-edit it, so I take like an extra hour to edit it, and then it gets blocked anyway, and then I end up re-editing it like 3 times. So I just finished that, and I was like, might as well just set everything up on the live stream and get going. Just to say a few things, Michael gave me, we're already at 15 likes, 13 likes, 14 likes. I don't even know. We're up there somewhere. So get the likes in. It's a short one, everybody. I think we have like an hour and 10 minutes. I'm going to say hi to everybody in a second. I think we literally have an hour and 10 minutes. I was trying to save us as much time as possible, but they're like the Patreon hour and the Vox O'Clock episode on YouTube were both ending on like in the middle of something, and I hate ending like right in the middle of something. So the Patreon hour I went like an extra 5 minutes over, and the YouTube video I went like an extra 5 minutes over. You add it together, that was like our hour and a half. So I think we have an hour and 10 or an hour and 15 minutes for this episode, but the next episode is the longest of the entire campaign 1. It is like, these have been all under 3 hours. The next one is almost 4 hours long, and it's only like a 5-minute intro. So that being said, we will finally have a 2-hour plus live stream next week. So that being said, we might hit the 50 likes. I was like, I don't know if we're gonna hit the 50 likes, because we haven't yet. Have we hit 50 likes yet in campaign 1? We might have for the first episode. I can't remember if we did for the first episode of campaign 1. Let me know. Did we? I know we haven't in weeks. I know we haven't hit the 50 likes in a while. But a couple things I wanted to talk about first. Like nothing crazy, but what was the first thing? There was something I wanted to talk about. Oh my god, I just had it in my head. I was looking at my phone, I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta remember to say this, and now I don't remember what it was. Well, one of the things was Michael sent me the thing where you could do the food, where you could send food. I downloaded it and I set it all up. But being as this episode was so short, I was like, half of you probably didn't even hear about it, and the ones that did hear about it wouldn't have known that I set it up. So there is like a button that I could add to the screen, like where you guys could click it, where at least that's what to my understanding, I'm able to click, put a button up there that you guys could click, and you could send me food. Now, whether you want to or not, it's totally up to you. I just talked to Michael about it. Michael was like, yeah, set this up. It's really easy to do. And at first I wasn't sure how it's done, but they like do it in a way where no one knows your address or anything. Not that I really care, but I guess for like security reasons and privacy reasons, they allow you to send stuff. You guys probably know way better than me, but I set it up is the point. But being as this one is so short and we haven't been hitting the 50 likes, I was thinking by the time I get it set up right and you guys would do it, if you were going to do it, it probably would be a bad episode to do it on. Next week would probably be the best episode to do it on, because it is by far the longest of campaign 1. And now you guys know it's something that we're gonna do. Like I just basically did it for shits and giggles, because every episode we see them getting pizza and chicken and donuts sent to them, and I was curious what it was, and you guys told me, and Michael told me, and Michael sent me the thing. So that being said, that was one of the things I wanted to talk about. I can't remember. I literally was just thinking of it. What was the other thing? There was something else I wanted to talk about. I don't remember now. New DM for tonight. Yeah, check your DM real quick. Check my DM real quick. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, new, what are we talking about? Are we talking about, I'm confused. I'm confused. Oh, I did see Michael said to take a shot. I did see that earlier. Michael said take a shot for the last night's episode of Critical Role. You don't need to know the context yet, but they deserve a shot. Now, I don't know what that means, and obviously Michael said I'm not supposed to know what that means. But that was something I read also. I'm just mad at myself because I literally was like, let me get this out first before I forget, and now I totally forgot what the hell I was going to say. I'm sure I'll remember at some point. But either way, how is everybody doing? We got Daniel O'Day, Star, Michael, and Vero G, my moderators. I think I saw Ace in here. Ace was commenting on one of my videos earlier. I didn't see Ace yet, I guess. We have Colvin. We have Clever Name I Made. And I think I said Star already. The Hiking Viking is in here already. HollyMac79. And that is that. HollyMac, I feel like you'd be a fan of this. I was watching last night. I have to start a new show for Patreon. It isn't going to go up on the chat. I'm like, basically, I'm jumping ahead for somebody that's already requested something else. But they were like, jump ahead if you want and let me know if you like it. I started watching Warehouse 13. And it's the same person that requests Eureka every week over on Patreon after Eureka's done, because we're closing in on like the last month of Eureka, and then after that we're going to do Warehouse 13. I thought of you. There's Ace. Yes, sir, I am here. I maybe I just predicted it cyclically because I didn't see you before. But hello to Ace. But yes, I started watching Warehouse 13, and it reminded me of Eureka mixed with Person of Interest mixed with Leverage. And I know you're a big Leverage fan. You're the one asking me to watch Leverage, which is fantastic as well. But the dynamic of the crew from Leverage is similar to me as the dynamic from the crew of Warehouse 13, but with a bit of Eureka technology mixed in, and then a little bit of Fringe and Person of Interest with the way things are handled. And all of these are very, like, some of my favorite shows. Like, all four of those are in my top 50 probably of all-time favorite shows. So, that being said, I'm quite a fan of Warehouse 13. But I figured you might be a fan of it as well because it seemed like similar to your likes. So I figured I'd just let you guys know that Warehouse 13 is starting. We got Backless Door. Warehouse 13 is set in the same universe as Eureka. I watched the first episode and I was like, this has got to be connected to something. I immediately started thinking, like, is it possible it's another, like, Torchwood, Doctor Who kind of spinoff? But I should have guessed it was Eureka. I found out after, so thank you anyway. But I did look it up after because I'm like, this has got to have some sort of connection. And I marathoned a month's worth of episodes because I'm going to be doing one a week over on Patreon. And the fourth episode had a character that directly tied into Eureka, Claudia Donovan. So that's how far I am right now. I literally last night watched 4 episodes, and the first episode was an hour and a half. The pilot episode, hour and a half. So I watched like 4.5, 5 hours of Warehouse 13 last night. It was exactly like Leverage. When Holly Mac told me to watch Leverage, I like marathoned like 3 or 4 episodes right off the bat. And I believe Leverage was the same thing where the first episode was like an hour and a half, 2 episode kind of deal. It was the same kind of thing. I fell instantly in love with it. And I was like, I am going to run with this as long as my body allows. Then I got really tired and I had to close the arcade. So we finished that up. But Ninja Master is here. Hello to Ninja Master. Backless Door, are you a new person? Because Backless Door, I feel like I might have seen your name before, but you also might be new. If you're new, you get a shot dedicated to yourself. And we will do your shot before we do Critical Role shot. I have this left. This is all I possess left. There's probably about 4 shots in here. And after that, I am not allowed to drink till St. Patrick's Day, which is, I believe, next Monday. I think it's not this Monday, but the following Monday. I'm not allowed to drink anymore till St. Patrick's Day. Why, you may ask? Because like 3 days this week I cheated. And then like once I start cheating on my diet, I'm like, I start playing tricks. Even though I'm 43 and I'm not a child, I act like a child with my drinking. Where I'll be like, well, I drank after midnight. So technically the next day doesn't count. And then I'll allow myself to go to the bar. And then I'll drink past midnight. and be like, oh, I screwed up. Well, I already went into midnight of the next day. So what's the big deal if I go to the bar for lunch and have a beer? And I wasn't going like nuts or anything, but I've had probably 2 or 3 beers every day this week and a couple shots. I went on another date with that girl. So when I went out with her, I was like, well, she wanted to have some drinks. We had like 2 drinks, but we had margaritas. It was Taco Tuesday. You can't go to Taco Tuesday at a bar and not have margaritas, especially if you're on a date with a new girl. So it all went out the window. Jay's probably fatter than he was when he started this whole shenanigans. So don't worry, everybody. Jay will get back on track, but I can't. Here's the excuses coming again. It's from Tuesday till now. I've probably snuck a few beers here and there, but I was like, I gotta have shots with my people. I gotta have shots with my people. So this is all I have left. This is the most damage I could do, and I'm not leaving my house because I already have dinner. I already have dinner here, so I know that I can't do more damage than that, unless somebody comes over. Like after this is all over, like someone goes, hey, you want to have a drink? And they swing by my house, and then I just give up. Then I give up on everything. But hello to Neil, my good friend Neil. Jay, I've been here since episode 1, and almost every live stream of Campaign 1 were interacted a crazy amount. Backless Door? And the name was Backless Door? I don't recall. I feel like I remember Backless Door. You have to have a different name. Backless Door must not be your original name. Am I crazy? Backless has been here from the start. Reminded me of the... Really? Like, why am I not remembering that name? How drunk was I these past couple weeks? You're getting a shot just because I... Am I me? Am I me? I'm pretty good. You guys know I'm usually pretty good with names. I'll remember names for a while. I'm sorry, my friend. I will never forget you again, guaranteed. Why? I don't know. I'm not even going to make excuses. We're just having a shot in your honor. And I'm a horrible piece of crap. Rogue is here. What is up, Rogue? I'm loving it. Hey, we might hit the 50 likes, everybody. We're almost halfway, and we didn't even start yet. I'm only hesitant to assume we will reach that plateau because we haven't yet for Campaign 1, as far as I know. I don't know. Someone might have said something. But we haven't in a while. And this is the shortest episode yet. So... Critical Role shot first. Michael demands Critical Role shot first, so I will listen to the great Michael. Michael, I can't remember. Maybe I had to tell Michael something. There was something else. I'm like so mad that I was literally just about to say something else, and now I don't remember what the hell it was. What the frig was I going to say? You went on a date with a girl? You're dead to me. Neil, not only did I, but you're going to be heartbroken that I actually went to see Captain America 4. I cheated on you, Neil. I'm assuming at this point, Neil, you already saw it, but that's not an excuse. I cheated on you. She was like, hey, let's go see a movie. And that was the only thing that was anything worth seeing. And she is a fan of the MCU. So she was like, oh, I'll totally watch that. And I went and saw Captain America 4 and did Taco Tuesday and margaritas. And Neil, in case you missed this, Neil might have missed this. I went on a date with this girl 2 weeks ago, and it is literally my girlfriend from when I was 14 years old. So that's how far back. This is like a girl I've known for over 30 years. Me and her met when I was around 13 or 14. It was like childhood sweetheart kind of thing. Like we had little crushes on each other. It wasn't anything crazy serious. And then we stayed friends all through high school into college. I hooked up with her a few times in college, but then she got married and she had 3 kids and I didn't see her for 15 or 20 years. And then she got divorced and she hit me up and was like, hey, you want to go on a date with a divorced woman with 3 kids? And she is still smoking hot, probably better looking than I remember, if that even is possible, because she was good looking back then. So Neil, you must have missed this story 2 weeks ago because I explained this all, but there's a good chance you were not here or you were out smoking or something. So that is the same girl. We went on a second date. For some reason, it always works out on a Tuesday because we went out on a Tuesday 2 weeks ago too. And Tuesdays just seem to work out. And I don't mind because I'm not doing anything on Tuesdays anyway. Like, Tuesdays is just a weird day. So, that being said, shot time. This is to Critical Role, everybody. From last night's episode. I don't know what that means. Michael said you're taking a shot in honor of Critical Role's episode last night. They deserve it. So here is to the Critical Role team. Everybody that's sitting in front of me right now that you can't see, minus Orion. Cheers. Oh my god, that is so cold. I put so much ice in a Stanley cup, and it literally like magnifies the chill factor by 100,000 times. Ooh, that is a spicy meatball. And then Backless Door, you're getting the next shot. We're gonna take a little bit of a break, but we are almost halfway. If anyone has not liked the video, like the video. We are almost halfway. We have an hour and 19 minutes. That's exactly what we got, according to this. Hour and 19 minutes. I mean, hey, we might hit the 50 likes. We might hit them. Double unskippable. A double unskippable ad. Oh, that's what I was going to talk about. Ninja, you reminded me by talking about ads. That's what I was going to talk about. I kept looking at my phone because I'm like, something on my phone popped up that I wanted to talk to you guys about. And I'm like, why don't I remember? It was because an ad popped up, and then I skipped the ad to tell you guys, and then I totally forgot. Point being, I changed the settings. Last week, the settings were at a balanced set of ads, which gives you like, I don't know, an ad every 15 or 20 minutes, something like that. I put the settings to the lowest possible settings for ads during a live stream. So it should be less. I don't know how much less that means, but last week it was right in the middle. There's like different settings where I think there's 5 settings, and you could have it like extreme amount of ads, or like in between, or middle, or in between middle and low, or low. I set it to the lowest setting for ads. And to tell you the truth, I only got one so far, and we've been on for like 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, and I only got one ad so far. So there should be the fewest amount of ads I'm allowed to do now that my channel is monetized. So let me know if that actually factors in. I mean, Ninja's just saying there was like a double ad thing. I was also noticing since I was monetized, things have changed a lot. I haven't been monetized in over 2 years. Like, I was re-editing Yellow Jackets today on my phone, like trying to crop out photos and stuff. And not only do they have ads, but there's like side scrolling ads where like an item will come up where it's still showing your video, but then like an item will pop up and go, hey, you want to buy this thing? And it's like still playing the video, and it's kind of like just an ad going on the side, and you could swipe it off, or you could watch. Like, there's nothing to really watch. You could read it, but it's not like a video. It's more like a picture of something. I was like, that never existed back when I was monetized like 2.5 years ago. So they definitely changed the format in the way things are done and everything. So we're just gonna have to get used to monetization again now that Jay's back to monetized. So I think I said hi to everybody. If anybody new jumped in, I didn't see you, but I'm looking. I don't think I saw anybody new. Neil and ViewMasters just broke up. Neil, have you seen Captain America 4 yet? I'm going to be honest with you. The first half of Captain America 4, I literally was like, this is worse than most of the shows I watch on the Disney Channel. Like a lot of the Disney Channel Marvel shows are like a waste of time to me, or they're just like, I'll put them on as background. I'm like, these are pretty bad. Some of them are okay. I haven't seen the new Daredevil yet, but Captain America 4 started out really slow and cheesy and unrealistic. Like, he just like, it's very hard for me to take anything serious when you have a human being that was put into Captain America's suit when Captain America could barely do the things he was doing with a super soldier serum. And now you have a regular guy that we're just supposed to believe works out extra hard. Like, he was getting stabbed with hatchets in his gut. And the guy even comments and goes, usually people die when I stab them in the gut with a hatchet. And he's like, well, I am not a normal guy. I work out extra hard. I was like, what the fuck is that? You work out extra hard? The guy just hatcheted you in the stomach. And he just like ripped it out and walked it off and like nothing happened. And he didn't even have like armor on. He was like wearing a t-shirt. I was like, what is happening? Like stuff like that. Like it was hard to believe that Captain America did these things as a super soldier. And now we got this regular dude running around taking down like entire armies of elite soldiers, getting hatcheted in the gut. And then he was going like toe to toe with a Hulk. Like granted, he's probably not as strong as like Bruce Banner Hulk, but the Red Hulk, there were moments where he was taking like full-on blows from the Hulk. And I understand he's got like a Wakandian vibranium wing shield. I don't give a shit. He was getting hit by these things, and sometimes it just didn't make sense. He was getting thrown. One time, the Hulk grabbed him and ran his whole body through the Capitol building, like from the ground up, like went upwards and rammed him through the entire Capitol. I don't care how much vibranium you have on you. Something is going to rock your innards as a human being and destroy your body. And he was just totally fine. I was like, this is freaking nuts. The only thing that saved it for me was the Red Hulk was pretty cool. I love Harrison Ford. His sidekick, Joaquin, was also like really annoying, just constantly cracking jokes and like another human being in an outfit that is just beating the shit out of everybody under the sun. I dug the leader. They never called him the leader, but he was the leader. The guy with the brain, if you saw it, that's the leader. I don't know why they never referred to him as the leader. Does Marvel not own the rights to that character or something? But he was pretty cool because he came back from the original with Edward Norton. And like, you know, I liked Isaiah was cool. The originals, the Captain America, the black dude that gets thrown in jail. He was pretty cool. I dig his character because he's a super soldier. So it makes sense that he was doing what he was doing. But like, there was so much craziness. Oh, he rammed him all right. Yes, he rammed him good. He cocked her good. You cock her good. Do you know what that's from? Who knows what that's from? That is a random reference, but it's from a movie. If a woman says to cock her good, you cock her good. That's a bit on the vulgar side, but it's from a comedy movie. So Deadpool is always an outlier. Deadpool was great. Deadpool, phenomenal. Always love him. Did you just hear the words cheesy and unrealistic combined with Captain America? Par for the course. I haven't seen good Marvel content since Endgame. I think Deadpool, since Endgame, I would say Deadpool. I was what was it? Multiverse of Madness was okay. Multiverse of Madness was okay. Deadpool I loved, but that's like kind of its like own thing on the side. I mean, I honestly, between the, like, I can't really think of anything else that, like, makes me think, like, oh, yeah, that was really good. I'm trying to think of what, Guardians 3 was all right. Guardians 3 was okay. I think all the Guardians movies are on par with each other. The third one, like, I mean, it might just be as good as the rest. It might have even been a little better at points, but I dug Guardians 3. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, a bunch of crap. So, anywho, is everybody ready? Thumbs up if you are. We're going to do one more shot for Backlist Door, and then we're jumping in. So, everybody thumbs up. This is going to be a shot for Backlist Door. We also are almost at 25. We're at 23 likes. If you haven't liked the video, do so. We have an hour and 19 minutes to hit 27 more likes. Do we get there? Spider-Man stuff is decent. I will agree with that. Spider-Man stuff is decent. I have said this before. I don't know if anyone remembers. I'm just not a fan of Tom Holland. Like, nothing against the dude. I don't know what it is. I just don't like Tom Holland. He did nothing wrong. Sorry, Tom Holland. You did nothing wrong. I just don't like him as Spider-Man. And I feel like he's weird as a person, like when he does interviews and stuff. I felt the same way about, I don't remember the dude's name, but the dude that's in Ready Player One that played young Cyclops, same thing. Never did anything wrong. I just, something about him, I don't like him as Cyclops, young Cyclops. Like, I don't know, something about the actor's look He looks like too much like a pretty boy, and he like it just doesn't like I don't know, it just doesn't do it for me as Cyclops. Same with Tom Holland Spider-Man. Some people say he's like an amazing Spider-Man, haha, but I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of Tom Holland as Spider-Man. Love Tobey Maguire. I even dug Adam Garfield. Like Tom Holland is my least favorite Spider-Man by far. So if anything, but I still think the movies are decent. Like the Spider-Man movies are all good. There's not like a bad one. I even like I even have a guilty pleasure likability for the Venoms. I just saw Venom's Last Dance. It was fun. It's not good, but it was fun. There's a lot of things wrong with it, but I love Tom Hardy as opposed to Tom Holland. I love Tom Hardy. Anything Tom Hardy does, I usually like. And it was a lot of fun, but it made no sense at a lot of points. It's ridiculous. But if you just like turn your brain off, Venom is like a fun time. It's like a good time. Cheers to Backless Door, and we're starting. I love Tom Holland. Feel like he is the closest to the comics. See, that could be accurate, and I believe other people have said the same thing. I never read the Spider-Man comics. I used to read comics all the time growing up. Never read Spider-Man. I was into Hulk, X-Men. I did a lot of branch-offs of Gambit. I was a massive Gambit fan. Pretty much everything. Thor, Daredevil, Punisher, all these guys, I read the books, but I never got into Spider-Man. I never was a Spider-Man fan. So I really have no comparison to it. I even read Venom. I was really into Venom growing up, but I only read the Spider-Man comics that had Venom and Carnage. I love the Maximum Carnage arc and all the symbiotes, like where they were like, when they started getting like all the other doppelgangers and stuff like that. That intrigued me, but I didn't like Spider-Man. I rooted for the bad guys, basically, in the Spider-Man comics. So here we go, everybody. The only comic I've read was The Death of Superman. I have like many copies of that in the white and black bags. Some of them are autographed. I was a massive comic book fan, collector. I have tens of thousands of comic books. I probably should go through them before they melt in my attic. Here we go, everybody. Jay likes the anti-hero. And a lot of times I do, unless he's a good hero. And I don't know what makes a good hero. Like Punisher. I love Punisher. He's kind of like would you consider Punisher like an anti-hero? I don't know. Punisher's like on the fence. Punisher's a good dude, but he breaks the rules a lot. I got to start watching that. People said they're probably going to bring back the John Barenthal Punisher. I've never seen that. And that's the one that shocks me because I love the Punisher. So here we go, everybody. 3. Oh, I didn't even set up the clock. What are we doing? What are we doing, everybody? What are we doing, everybody? How dare you make me start without setting up the clock? What is wrong with all of you? Oh my God. All right, let's get the clock going. There's no clock. Buying us some time. Buying us some time to hit the 50 likes. Buying us some time. 1:10:46. 1:10:46. Set the clock. Minimize the screen. How's it been going on the ads, by the way? I haven't seen an ad since we talked. Like, I had one ad since this whole thing started. So I think it is working with the ads. I'm just curious. Boop. All right. We're going to go like this. We're going to go like this. And everybody's good. Sync up your clocks. Sync up the clocks, everybody. Were we ever even on the rails? We're off the rails? Somebody must have said we're off the rails. But yes, we're never on the rails. Were we ever even on the rails? First stream, 1:10:44. I have 1:10:46, so do 1:10:46. Thanks, Vero, though. I had it already set up that way. I literally, Grog stutters. Travis. He goes like, I never, and then says I never again. So I went after the first I never, which is the 2 seconds. So you are accurate. But I had went past the first I never. He goes like, I never knew you were an artist. So I skipped the first I never. Punisher is an anti-hero at best and an anti-villain at worst. I would agree. One ad, I'll keep you all posted. Okay, so far so good with the ads. I haven't gotten an ad yet, but I've got an ad blocker. Oh, that's right. No, I was going to say maybe it's my ad blocker, but I definitely got an ad before. So either way, at least we're getting less ads. The clock is set. We're getting in, everybody. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
I never knew you were an artist.
However, the subtle sound of the thunder wave and then the horrible screams of...
Oh my god, how many of your ears just
You can
exploded?
hear footsteps coming towards the wall.
My apologies. I had it like maxed.
Is there like a door?
You're probably all deaf. Did I just make all of you deaf?
On a 5-foot ledge.
Good thing Jay saved that 2 seconds. Yes. I made, and honestly, it was by accident, but I saved his 2 seconds. I'm that awesome. I literally did it by accident where I was like, oh shit, I didn't click it fast enough. And then I noticed he says it twice and I'm like, oh, well I could start. I rewound it. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't stop in time. And then I rewound it and I'm like, oh, he stutters. Or I mean, he doesn't stutter, he repeats himself. But that being said, we saved a whole 2 seconds.
All right.
Cast that shit.
Cast that shit. At this point, we are shoving people into lava and cutting them in half with our axe.
But like right over top of where I see that lip, but I don't want to bring it out.
24 likes, one more and we're halfway. Who will make us halfway? Whoever jumps in here. M. Gormley. M. Gormley, did I just break all your ears? Oh yes. Clever name is like Jesus. Too loud. Ouch. I apologize, everybody. I immediately realized I didn't set the clock down. We're okay now. I hope you all recover from this tragic episode that I just created.
Out the side of the fortress, right where the lava pool was pouring over the side. As it does, the
I also was saying during the Patreon hour and the Vox O'Clock, is this the first time they started marketing those shirts? Because they're all wearing them, or almost all of them.
Does not appear to have a handle or anything. It's just a stone door.
How do we get in? Tiberius, fly up there quick.
I love that
What?
Tal'dorei is ready to go with his gun. Look at Tal'dorei. Tal'dorei is sitting ready, cocked and locked. Did anyone ever figure out the Cocker Good movie? Right now, I'm looking for answers. We just hit 20. We just hit 25. You're correct. Cocker Good. Does anyone know the movie?
I'm gonna do an Arcana check.
A lady tells you to cock her good. You cock her good. That's the quote of the day. We gotta watch the short bit for the rest. We gotta watch the short bit from the next episode after this. If we hit 500 likes, well, no, we're 25 likes away. We'll watch whatever the heck you want, Clever. If we hit 50 likes, I'll watch everything.
So as they appear on the top,
we'll probably watch it regardless.
Arrow and gun at the ready, both take a shot, and then they get a retribution shot.
Keyleth, let's go up.
Let's go up, Keyleth.
Quick.
He does repeat himself, but Mercer always has a stutter. It's most indecipherable now. It's mostly indecipherable now? I honestly never noticed. I notice, like I just did it there. Like how I just went, I notice when like I'm doing certain things, I will repeat words like Travis did. I wouldn't call it a stutter though. I'll just be like, I feel like it's me delaying so I can think before I talk.
Oh, is this with your...
But I'm already in the middle of talking. Because it's not a stutter.
Okay,
so I totally get why Travis did it. I literally, I just did it right there again. I think over the years I've done it, like I said, to like almost buy myself an extra second or two to think before I speak on what I'm about to say. But I'll do it with like certain words, like I'll go like I do that. When I'm editing videos, I notice all the time. I honestly didn't notice till I started editing videos. But I'll go like I. Those are like the big ones.
First one, bad news. With a cacophonous echoing gunshot that within this cavern definitely
cacophony.
carries some sound to it.
Cacophonous. I love that word.
To some degree,
I bring it up all the time.
surprise
Cacophony.
may be a little harder to find
Makes me
going
think
forward.
of Rushmore.
When
he's playing the piano at the end.
Yes.
Cacophony.
However, the shot hits the guy in the shoulder, knocks him off balance for a second. Not enough of a wound.
At least so far as I remember. Matt has admitted to having exhaustive speech therapy for him. I forgot how to spell it, but orally, the pirate turtle was a bit of a tribute to Mercer's old stutter. That's hilarious. I mean, it's awesome. I don't know if it's hilarious. Does that mean for me to say it's hilarious? I guess it's, I mean, it's cool, interesting. I like it. Orly's one of my favorites, so
As the bolt just
it's
you across
good
the
in
front
my
of the
book.
torso, passes through, thankfully, but you do feel there's a wound. It's slowly turning warmer beneath your armor.
Can I shoot at the other one?
Well, that's been the round now. You guys have been inspecting the door. The door is not magical. There's some sort of contraption that opens it from the inside.
I'm getting my picks out and seeing if I can figure
Getting
out.
my picks out.
Way too through this.
Go ahead.
Everybody, we're getting our picks out.
Check with your thieves tools.
We're 25 likes, everybody. I think it was
So you take a second, you can find that the
Holly Mac said it.
contraption that holds the store
halfway
is
to
definitely
50.
series of winches
If we hit the
and a chain
50,
pull.
we will jump
You
into
find
episode
there's
7,
one slight gap
which
where
is the
you
longest
pull on
episode
chain,
so far of
pull back
campaign 1.
ever so
Even if
slightly,
we
you know
hit
with
the
a
50
strong
and we
yank
do the
to throw a
30 minutes
person, you can
and the
probably
hour Patreon
pull
and the
it
YouTube
out
Vox
from the
O'Clock episode, we'll still have over a 2-hour live stream. So I'm quite excited that we finally got some major content for next week, and we'll set up the button for the food
Okay,
thing.
so Groggy reach over.
How many of you are familiar with the food thing? Meet the Fockers? No, it is not Meet the Fockers. But it is a Ben Stiller movie, Holly Mac. Talking about Cocker Good. It is a Ben Stiller movie, so you're on the right track. Ben Stiller movie.
As you pull, you hear the grinding of this chain against the stone.
So you must have it in your mind what I'm talking about, because that's
Rise upward this way.
too random of a coincidence.
Yeah, essentially.
DeLorean.
When it opens up, it moves the magma.
The trapdoor is actually a DeLorean in a mountain.
It's supposed to be an exit for the royal individuals of the show.
It got a little staticky. I was literally dancing too. Ashley Johnson was dancing up there. Gotta love it. First, we just hate Travis. Travis is the only one I can't see.
Yes, there was one.
We just
Durgar
don't like
still there.
Travis. Travis.
So
We're gonna.
that's been
I
one of
feel
your guys'
bad.
actions for
I
bringing
do
back
love
Pike you haven't
Travis.
gone
I
yet.
feel bad,
Okay.
Travis.
Uh,
I don't mean to
You've
talk
gone-
ill of Travis. Here we go. Now you can see
So
Travis.
the only one
everybody.
left to gain action is.
We're gonna put this clock like right
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Yeah, he checked the way.
Where's he at?
He's up on the top of the wall, about 25 feet.
We're gonna
from
go
it.
like this. Look at that. Right between these gentlemen's heads.
Spiritual weapon, like a poisonous lasso.
There we
And
go.
like,
There's the new
like,
clock.
throw 'em down into the lava.
We see everybody. We're in. We want everyone to get equal love in this group of family and friends. Stiller was in Night at the Museum. That is not it. Something about Mary? No, but it is the Heartbreak Kid. Holly Mack, you are correct. Heartbreak Kid.
And as you pull your hand away from the
Jerry
symbol, you see
Stiller
this kind of
is in it
glowing,
with Ben Stiller. So
celestial
his
glow
father
that
plays his
extends out of
father
nowhere.
in
You
the
begin to
movie.
spin your
His
fingers,
real life
and on
father
its own
plays
it
his
begins to
father in the
swirl and
movie.
swirl. You then
And the
throw
girl
it
is
forward
nuts.
On its own, cascades
Says
upward
cock.
towards
He's
the
like, go ahead,
wall
be yourself. And she's like,
roll
okay. And she's acting all nervous.
Yeah.
And they're having sex. And she's
Using
like,
your spell
cock me
inspired.
good. And he's like, what does that even mean? And she's like, cock me good. And he's like, ah. And the next day he tells his dad. And his dad's like, son,
10.
if a girl tells you to cock her good, you cock her good.
Total of 10?
It's one of the, I never forgot it.
I think so.
Having an old man tell his son, his real life son and in movie son,
A 2 and
to
then I
cock
had,
her good, it's
plus
like
8.
something you just don't
Okay.
forget.
So, the celestial lasso.
It's a good idea, though.
Which is it? You don't get the
There's
30
also a
points
moment,
you can really muster
Jay,
based on
scroll
your,
up
your deity's
a
central
wee bit.
good.
I was just kidding. I was
Scroll
just
up
getting
a wee
little
bit or
crazy
like
with
go up a wee
ideas.
bit?
I like it. However, as
Not a
as it
fan.
heads over
Fan
the
of the
wall,
movie,
you see
not
the
of
outline
Stiller.
purchase on the Durgar.
I really
It's
need to
purchase
give
on
better
part of the wall.
context. The evil angel movie Legion, is that what you're talking about? Just checking, Jay, blah, blah, blah. Did you ever watch the movie Legion? No,
That would've been
I did not.
unfortunate, bad roll.
And I just made a new poll, and guess what I put on it, Star?
I believe
Guess what I
top
put
would
on
have,
it? Just for you.
Me?
Yes, Scanlan.
Okay.
Because we're doing the monthly movie poll for Patreon. and I went from like 10 movies to 15 movies. There's like close to 20 movies on the poll now, just because I want to see what people are interested in. Condor Man made the list. Condor Man officially made the list of movies on the poll this week.
Oh, yeah.
So, My Happy Marriage, good guess.
We can give it a shot.
Condor Man, yes. Star, I could see that Star put it up before I said it. Condor Man made the poll this month. Michael also added it to his top 10. Michael sent me his new top 10 that gets added to the poll. I get like 2 or 3 from everyone's top 10. Michael added it to his top 10, which also reminded me. But Condor Man was going in the poll regardless.
Go ahead and make an athletics check. Not your athletics. Just make a d20 roll.
I'm not kidding. I believe it's got 1 vote at this point, maybe 2. So I don't think it's gonna win. I don't think anyone knows what it is. I heard of it. But I think the problem with Condor Man winning the poll is I feel like most people aren't gonna know what it is.
Thank you, Jarvis.
Jarvis.
But is he confused?
8 minutes, everybody. We're doing the 1 hour countdown shot.
Enough to not be loading his
8 minutes away. We're also 25 likes away.
Thinking on that point.
8 minutes away from the hour countdown.
You. Yeah.
Guess you were intrigued. I bet very few will vote for it. It is a forgotten thing. We're going to leave it on that poll until it wins, Star, just so you know. When a movie gets on the poll, it does not leave the poll until it wins. There's been some movies on that poll since the beginning. We're talking like 2 years, maybe longer, that poll's been going on. There's a couple movies on that poll that have never won. And they just stay on the poll. And I'm thinking like at some point they'll win, but the problem is when one wins, a new one replaces that
The
one.
first one you pull back.
And it's usually always liked more than the ones that never win. So I probably should rotate them out occasionally because at this point those are probably never going to win.
Your second arrow manages to find its mark. As it
Like one of the ones, there's a couple that I want to see that get no love. Like the Siege one. The ones that you guys told me to watch, the one with Jason Statham, the Siege one. I put it on the poll the last like 3 months. It gets like 1 like. There's like 1 vote every month for it.
Nope.
So that one I'm probably going to have to choose to watch because it's never
So
going to
you
win.
Just dodge out of the way. You hear it whiz past your ear.
The Poll of
That
Shame.
brings us to, let's see, let's go person.
Yes, after the break, it's at the beginning,
Come on, buddy.
first 3 minutes. What is? I added it just for, what is that, the break?
18 hits.
I just got the timestamp for the enhanced video, so better audio. I just watched a movie this week called We Are What We Are, the American remake of, I think, a Dutch film. Never heard of it.
Okay, so with the second,
I'll never
you
heard
pull out
of
one of
it.
your custom-made, nasty-looking bullets, load it back into the bad news. You pull it back, aim up, and fire. And once again, you guys are seeing this weapon up close.
Bad
again.
news.
With each fire, it takes all of his physical body to not be blown off his feet with each time it fires.
Takes all of his
Plume of light
power
and
to
kind
not
of,
get thrown
ash-like
off the
smoke
ground.
is shooting out the side of the weapon. Nearby, you almost have to close your ears instinctually from the loudness of the shot. However, the Duragar at the top of the wall, you see where his head once was, just across the wall behind it.
A Wet Impact SFX. I love that they actually put it in the subtitles.
I go in the door.
What kind of a bullet
Going
is
in the
that?
door.
Yeah, we all go in the door.
All right, so all of you have made your way into the doorway of.
Made our way.
Trinket can fit.
Can Trinket fit? Trinket can fit, okay. I was gonna say, can Trinket fit? I was gonna say probably not. It's like Winnie the Pooh. Trinket is stuffing his fat ass in that little hole.
No, we can't see.
What was that, in Rabbit's house?
Alrighty, so
Rabbit?
you guys make your way.
Rabbit's house had the hole that
Whoa.
Pooh got stuck in. You know, when Pooh gets stuck in the hole.
Very, very crammed in to get anywhere.
Don't you hate
Feels like
when Pooh gets stuck in the hole?
Essentially.
I mean, it's not the greatest time for anybody.
Yes. We could all relieve ourselves in.
Okay, I got distracted by my mom being debilitated by a Charlie horse. What about Ninja's reaction? What is it?
Storage room. It's very musty. It hasn't been seen use in quite
I'm
a
not
while.
exactly sure
In
myself.
fact, you can see
I saw people talking. This ends. Oh, okay. The mid break is in like a
It's
minute.
closed on the opposite side of this wall, And
Am I
what
supposed
you
to
can
stop
see,
or something?
There's a stairway that curves upward to the second floor.
Guys, I'm sensing a lot of purple and brown construction paper here.
We are blocked by purple and brown construction paper. There is a blockade of construction paper all around us.
Can we take an intermission break at this moment?
I think as you guys just entered the stronghold, we'll take this as an intermission break. So,
Why was that?
A little over 10 minutes.
Laura went out of her way to be like, can we take an intermission break? Why? Was there a reason for that? Laura looked like she...
Right. Oh wait, quick announcement.
Zach matches the construction paper.
I do.
Zach match it. Oh my god, he kind of does.
So guys,
And he lays
before
on the
we finish,
table.
I wanted to bring up one more time 826LA, which is the charity
Yes.
that Critical Role is supporting. Do you want to give a brief?
Yeah.
Do you want to give a brief?
Proceeds or whatever our donations are, go to 826LA.
I can't remember
And
from
they
last
are
week,
an
LOL. I will
efforts
have to
program
check.
that
And the
help children
rabbit
communities
hangs
survive
a
in
picture
teen,
over it.
Mainly with literacy and creative writing, and they have this awesome
Pooh
program
got stuck
with
in
young
Rabbit's
authors.
house. Yes, it was Rabbit. And then Rabbit
They
hangs a picture
can
over it,
buy
yes.
all their books and their stories, and you should totally check
And then
them out.
draws a face on Pooh's ass.
Yes. So guys, we can spam you with that link in the chat room if you want to support charity for Critical Role. We also still have a giveaway at 2,150 subs, which is a picture of the entire Critical Role.
Does that mean they haven't even hit that yet?
And
He said we have a giveaway at 2,150 subs. So them as a group have, I'm assuming that means they haven't even hit that point yet.
Awesome. All right, cool guys. We'll see you in a little bit.
My God, they were so young and new to all of this. Now, we put a lot of Disney on that list last week. Yes, Lilo and Stitch got added. This current month, March,
Welcome back,
Lilo
guys.
and Stitch got added. Condor Man got added.
And we had, all right.
Holy hell.
I added. Oh, what was the other ones?
2d6
There were
damage
two
to
other
tenders.
ones that got added.
So
I can't remember what it was. Another one from Michael's list. I can't remember what it was. But there was another one from Michael's list. And then, music and lyrics with Drew Barrymore. Never seen it. Music and lyrics.
Thank you.
And then there was
Also,
one
for
more
the
that I added.
2,000
So there was 4 new ones to the
subscriber mark.
list.
We're giving away
Big
this
Hero. No, it was that was one I should have probably added, but it wasn't Big Hero. I honestly probably
Some
didn't
lucky
because
person in the chat
there
room.
was already enough.
2,150. But when that does happen, that would
Like I Lilo and Stitch. And that's what's winning right now, by the way.
Also, we've got these
The poll ends this Saturday, tomorrow. Wait, is it? No, maybe it's Monday. I think the poll ends Monday. And Lilo and Stitch is winning by a landslide right now. I think Lilo and Stitch is double the next one. So it's very likely I'll be watching Lilo and Stitch. Continental Divide's been on for 2 months now.
We were just going in the
I think that's your pick, right, Holly Mac?
Indeed.
Continental Divide I had on last month.
Cool.
That got some decent love.
All right, so the
Dungeon
party has just
Siege
managed to, not
Is on the
quite
list.
so
Dungeon
stealthily
Siege is on the list
pry
for the
their way
last
into
3
the
months.
hidden entrance
And
to
it's
the outside of the
never
Durgar
gotten more than
stronghold
2
of Emberhold.
likes.
They found themselves cramped into a very, very tiny.
Big Hero 6 treasure plane. That's what it is. Michael's right. It was Batman Mask of the Phantasm. I never seen it. Massive Batman fan. My freaking chair is Batman. My chair is Batman. But I just was like not as into the animated stuff growing up.
Because any prisoners are probably going to
So
be kept at a low
I'm
level.
sure I'll love that one. That's in second place. Lilo and Stitch was in first place so far, and Mask of the Phantasm. It's funny because I just added both, and both of them are in the lead. But Lilo and Stitch was a lot further ahead. I think that's why I didn't put Big Hero 6 because I already had 2 new animateds, and I was like, I don't want to throw up I don't want to throw up. That's why I don't want to put up like tons of animated. I want to kind of like space it out.
tools out. Oh, that's an easy 30.
I'm at work at my new job.
30.
Hello, Marion Ravenwood, and Azor Sky is here. You gotta add Treasure Planet, Azor Sky. I definitely will. It's looking like Lilo and Stitch is gonna win. I want to get a Lilo. I keep saying Lilo. I want to get a Stitch stuffed animal. I love plushes. I'm 43-year-old straight man, and I love plushes. If you saw my bed, you would question my sexuality because I feel like it is not a manly thing to have plushes, but I'm not mocking it because I have a million of them. My entire bed is, Marion Ravenwood knows, I probably have upwards of 12 to 15 plushes on my bed. I also look at it like my cat's village, but I have like Appa I have all sorts of Pokemon.
All right.
I have Squishmallows. What are they called? Squishmallows? They're just so comfortable. I can't not have them.
Very strange Richard structure.
I work for Edward Jones.
Please do that every time you pick a
That sounds like a villain.
You managed to get the right.
Well, Lilo
sequence.
does like to bite.
Any of the
Lilo.
slight
Is there plushes of her? I just think Stitch is. I've always liked Stitch. It's just. It's funny to me that I've never watched it.
From what you can see,
I just love the cast of DS. It's so ridiculous for a movie that no one has seen. The cast of DS.
Where's the door? Where's the door?
What is
the
DS?
door that you picked, if you wanted to walk through,
Is DS Dragon Siege?
right there.
It's naturally there.
Oh, Dungeon Siege. I'm assuming that's Dungeon Siege. Marion, that sounds like a pays the bills at least. Yeah, Marion Ravenwood, for the last week, has been telling me that her brain is about to explode because of the amount of training and work she's doing at her new job. You know, like when you start a new job and they just overwhelm you with protocol and stuff. That's where she's at right now. Understandable, the Dragon Siege movie is typical
Yeah.
UA Bowl. Think the Blade Rain movie. 90s Kevin Sorbo TV series, but the discount, the Asylum version. I know what Blood Rain is. I've never seen it either, but I know Blood Rain. I know UA Bowl very well as well. Very well as well. I've seen his movies. I'm pretty sure he is the
Take a very quiet peek around the corner.
dead,
I'm having a peeky
or
poo.
what is it, Dead or Alive? Not Dead or Alive.
As you
What is the one I'm thinking of? House of the Dead. House of the Dead. Just hit 30, 20 away, everybody. 20 likes away if you have not liked the video. We're 20 away, and we are down to the final hour. We're under an hour, about 58 minutes left. We're going to take our hour shot. Did anybody new jump in the chat? Have you watched the Dungeons & Dragons movie, The Azure Sky? I actually saw it in theaters. I was very excited.
Not currently. Go ahead and roll
I went and saw it with, I believe my sister went with me. If I'm not mistaken, my sister went. I liked it. I found it to be very
You hear
enjoyable. And I'm talking the new one, not the one with Jeremy Irons. The one with Jeremy Irons I've not seen.
Some footsteps moving above.
I think that was Dungeons & Dragons too. The new one I saw in theaters with my sister. The Jeremy Irons one, I've seen memes of it when he does this like ridiculous scream. I've always remembered that.
I go back to the door.
But I've never seen the Jeremy Irons Dungeons & Dragons.
All right, so I'm gonna go
Don't-
further for no doorway as of yet.
You've
correct?
tried to fight critics?
Start coming
Didn't
up
you
with
try to
stairs
fight
all
critics?
around.
The
Oh,
newest,
okay.
pretty sure he
Alright, well, then I'm
did.
gonna peek into
Awesome.
this door here.
Yeah, the first one I really liked.
No, what's
I was actually mad because I know it didn't do great in theaters, and I was like, oh, this would be such a great movie to have like a trilogy or like sequels to, but it didn't do great in theaters. I don't know why. I feel like the world of Dungeons & Dragons has such a fandom. I'm like, I was actually surprised. I'm like, as long as it's good, the fans will come out for it. And the fans didn't come out. I mean, maybe there just aren't fans for Dungeons & Dragons movies. There's Dungeons & Dragons fans, maybe just not for the movies. But cheers to the 1 hour countdown. I'm doing this one in honor of Marion Ravenwood starting her new job this past week was the first week, right? Was this Monday? Was Monday the first day? I just know that Marion's been texting me like, I want to die, my brain is exploding. So cheers to the completion of Marion Ravenwood's first week at her new job.
We're getting bored.
As you look past the right, you guys are all waiting in the
You
room.
should just storm
I get
out.
out. No, I get
Start
out.
banging your weapons
No,
together.
I come out. Because you're taking too long.
I saunter about.
I'll head
I
on
saunter about. Mr. Dad. Unfortunately, it came out during a year that fans were very angry with Hasbro. Is that why was that?
I feel like it's taking a while.
All right.
Is it
Just gonna check
because of Transformers? When I think Hasbro, I think of My Little Pony and Transformers. Didn't help with sales. Just before the release, there was the whole Hasbro and D&D Beyond controversy. I don't remember that. Chris Pine has said several times he'd like to do another one.
As soon as you went into where the division was, you turned.
I
to
don't
the right,
recall.
turned
What was the
Beauregard
problem with
there,
Hasbro
Beauregard
and
on the left.
D&D?
I'm gonna turn my chin over to the left and see what I see down there.
There's a secondary.
Because I do watch, or I did around that time, I was watching a lot of My Little Pony for the channel. Transformers, I watch all the
moan
movies.
Or like a slight.
Yeah, first
whispering
week I
gurgle
made
in
it
the door
45
volume.
minutes to go. Well, we did a shot for you. This is all we have left. There's about there's probably about 2 or 3 shots left. There's more in there than I thought because that was our 3rd shot. We also have 19 likes to go, everybody. 19 more likes. And we have 55 minutes to do it.
Guys, Vax is going to go kill something.
Guys, just so you know, Vax is going to go kill something.
Can I make a stealth check?
Yeah.
The open game licenses, Hasbro said they own all your
19?
shit.
All right.
Ah.
Let me go ahead and.
So, okay. Yeah, literally, boxing matches, that's like challenging food critics to street
like a
races to
magician, just
prove
whip it out.
how good a chef you are.
Oh God.
Trying at least.
Just before the release, blah, blah, Chris Pine. I'm just making sure I read all the things. Hasbro basically did everything you shouldn't do as a company. I mean,
It's the book.
it doesn't surprise me. They did a lot to Transformers 2 over the years that was controversial and probably hurt them as well.
All right, so as you've made your way,
As you made your way, it's still hilarious that we're using drawn-on sheets as battle maps. I'm so used to the beautiful Dwarven Forge custom-made things.
You fucking do something.
He's right there on the side. Oh, there's one over there. There's one over there.
Would you look at Travis? Would you fucking do something, please, Jesus? Travis got.
We all come slamming.
I'm sure he's not serious, but is he?
So I sneak back
He
up,
looked like
and
very.
put
He
a
was
hand
raging.
on my
He was
sister's
raging
shoulder and
as
did a
Travis and not Grog.
little Come along motion.
Plus, you
Until
know,
now.
sending Pinkertons after that guy. Didn't that they basically send the Pinkertons? Hasbro owns Wizards of the Coast and were causing a lot of trouble with D&D players, so it didn't do as well as it could because they pissed off the fans. Do you think that's settled down? I'm assuming by now it's settled down. Did they do anything to make good on it, or it kind of just went away from time? Because time heals all. Luckily, Transformers is doing great now with the new movie and Skybound Comics. Mr. Dad, the new movie, meaning Transformers, what is it? 1? I haven't seen it.
Okay.
I think it's called Transformers 1. I heard very good things about it, if that's what you're talking about, but I have not seen it. It's sort of like an animated, right? Like a CG. Is it all CGI or animated or something? People said it was good. Oh my God, I remember that raid. Game companies can't be
Poison blade out, and I pull.
Mr. Don't Play. Am I reading that right? Hasbro backpedaled hard. Everyone gets more and more annoyed as the next few episodes go on.
All right, so I give a little whoop, toss in my hand.
Everyone gets more and more annoyed as the next few. What? At people not going and stuff?
The poison one.
Oh no, Hasbro has gotten worse actually. Yeah, Transformers 1, it's great. The movie did better later.
Okay, so go ahead and roll 4.
Yeah, they doubled down on pissing off the fan base.
That is.
Bro, going back to yours, everyone gets more and more annoyed as the next few episodes. Are you talking about the Critical Role team? Is like
Or should I just go ahead and
Travis flipping his shit over there?
Attack both.
Okay,
Amelia, what is
that's,
up? Hello to the great Amelia.
Both arrowed.
Amelia, we might hit the 50 likes this week. We're 17 away. I have hope. I honestly think we're going to do it this week. I'm quite excited because I literally anticipated we wouldn't.
He does not know you're there.
And I was like, we're going to have a 2.5 hour live stream next week if we don't.
So.
But if I knew we were gonna, I probably would have set up the food thing. See, I had no faith. I had no faith. I just thought we had such a short episode and we weren't hitting it all the other weeks.
As he's leaning
It's
back,
looking
he's
good.
getting angry
We're looking
with whoever's in
good.
that room as he turns back to take his post again. And just gurgles, slumps to the ground. As he's slumping, an arrow goes
Horrible.
It's like a punctuation.
Into his stomach. You can see the tension starting to boil up with the Cass. Cass tension escalates a noticeable amount.
Yes.
15 on the
They
other.
eventually went back on the
is,
CGI stuff, but
19.
even now,
Okay, that hits.
then they do something else to piss everyone off.
No.
Oh, yeah, just you wait until Orion says the wrong thing to Laura. Then you'll see looks that could
7
kill.
Plus the poison.
Okay. So, what's the poison damage?
The poison is DC 15.
Okay, he does not make his save, even though he's a Durgar.
I go running back up since
Wait a
I've already
second,
shot
let
my
me check one
arrows.
thing real
And I
fast.
figure you
I have to start paying. Like I'm so used to I'm so used to the crew being such like a smooth rolling machine that I totally when Travis said it totally caught me off guard. But I thought it was just like him joking. I like in my head I'm thinking he has to be joking because I'd never seen Travis lose his patience like that. So this is around the time when things start bubbling.
Dribbling a very heavy amount of deep crimson from his mouth, but it's still like looks over and sees you both in the hallway, and goes to reach for his warhammer and turn around towards the door behind him.
do another arrow at him.
Will you roll for initiative at this point?
At this point, you guys roll for initiative to see who goes first.
Like Travis right now, like look at now that I'm watching Travis's body language, he looks like he's annoyed. Look at Travis. He was rolling his eyes. He looks like annoyed, like he doesn't want to be here. And then he was like, shoot him. He was like, Vex, shoot him.
All right. So the rest of you, who are heading
Like,
down
look at
here?
Travis. Look at Travis right now.
I'm going too.
All right.
He
everyone
looks
Everybody
annoyed.
calm down.
Are we going
Stealth
down?
checks, everyone. And all right, so you guys both beat them on initiative. So I'll roll attacks.
And did Laura
Roll-
just
roll
say
dice.
everyone needs to calm down, or was she talking like in-game characters? I'm pretty sure Laura just said like, yo, everyone needs to calm
We don't
down.
need to roll damage. He has
But
two
I'm
hit points
thinking
left.
she meant
You guys
in-game. I don't
pepper
even
him
know
with
anymore.
Additional arrows and daggers. Like the poor guy's like, I'm gonna. And just goes down in this horrible sense of overkill. His body just slumps up against.
There
the
were
door.
things going on
He's sort of,
behind the
like,
scenes with Orion that only got revealed
leaning
much later.
against the wooden
How
board
serious
he
do
was
you
guarding.
think he's going to take the tantrum at the end of episode 85?
Durgar.
Watch Sam.
All right, so self checks.
I don't think what Orion said was that bad in comparison, but it was a miscommunication of sorts.
All right,
Sam has
go
said
team.
worse things.
We're stealthy bastards.
Wait until
That
the
was
shopping
disadvantage.
trip.
I have to roll again.
Cast tension escalates a noticeable amount. They eventually went back, but I read that. Laura's look in that live show was worse. I'm looking forward to it. I don't wish people to be angered and start fights, but now I'm like curious to see.
Plus, what's your
I just know them so well from campaign 2. There was very rarely, if ever, a moment where I was like, oh, they're getting a little annoyed or anything. Like campaign 2 went so smooth.
clanking of the plate armor
Like
as
even
you're
when
going
we
down,
had
the
things
rest
like
of you,
Bowl
kinda
Gate and
wince
stuff,
As you notice
them as a group
down anyway.
stayed pretty composed and respectful, I feel
I'm
like.
actually gonna go ahead and throw guidance on Pike now.
Little late.
What does guidance do?
Guidance is
It gives you a plus on your ability.
Laura
check.
does not like
And it gives
confrontation.
you a 1d4 plus to your.
They already knew we were here. Now they really know we're here.
Alright, I mean, I'm keeping an extra close eye on the physical behavior of our people. Ninja thinks Travis is a snack.
Alright.
Stealthily.
Ninja thinks Travis is a snack. Orion isn't Sam though. That's the faux pas. Two things annoy Travis: Orion and shopping episodes.
Within these, you can see there are a number of dwarven captives
Now,
that are in very, very, very poor
Is
health.
does Orion annoy Travis because Orion is just annoying? Because Orion annoys me. Or did Orion do something to Laura
Regular dwarf.
to make Travis forever despise him?
Okay.
Because I've told you before, Orion immediately almost, like I'd say like by episode 2 or 3, Orion was already starting to annoy me.
Just a series of
And then it's just gotten gradually worse. Like he hasn't, like obviously he did nothing to me personally, but just the way he interacts
rat-like creatures that are kind of feeding on one of them
annoys me. So I can only imagine if you had to deal with him and like had a personal
you can see like his stomach
reason
is a little
to.
distended. The other one is either unconscious, asleep, or dead. You can't tell.
Can I do like a mass cure?
You can if you'd like.
Okay.
Tiberius annoys Travis. That's honestly, I was saying, I don't know if you guys remember, episodes ago, I was like, I don't know if it's Orion or Tiberius that annoys the shit out of me. Because Tiberius as a character comes off very annoying and arrogant. So I was like, maybe it's not Orion, maybe it's his character. But then I'm like, no, it's both. It's definitely both.
Magic and nutrition.
Sam was the
You
one
make them
that annoyed
feel
me by far, but second
physically
go
better
around,
for
I
the
see
moment,
it.
But their physical
Michael,
form
well,
itself
you're
is
not
standing.
wrong, I guess. LOL.
They
It's a lot
need food,
smoother
they need air.
when they become their own company.
To be out of here soon. They're both on the.
It's like one of those things. Like it's like watching a car wreck. Where like I'm curious because
And I'll do the opposite one.
Okay. You guys hear heavy footsteps coming from the stairway. You guys just descended from.
I go.
even like
In the cells. In the cells. In the cells.
I pull my sister and we flank I push her into flanking position to the door. Wait.
Okay.
like normally Travis is so like happy-go-lucky, especially playing Grog. Like as Ford, he was a more serious character, so like his demeanor had to be different. But usually as Grog, he's like acting dopey and silly and goofy. Like this whole episode, he's like very off. I never really was. I wasn't really paying much attention to everybody else. Like I'm watching, but I wasn't really like. I just specifically noticed Travis was off.
I'm just, preparing.
Like he might be tired too. The only other explanation would be like he's just tired, because he just looks like he just has a look on his face like I don't want to be here. I'm pissed off.
Scanlan, where are you?
There's voices.
I'm going to murder
voices coming from the
somebody.
stairs?
Yeah, someone's coming.
But there's a bear in the stairs.
Well, Trinket
There's a
told me
bear
that.
in the stairs.
I call Trinket.
It happens later, but this made a comment. But Tibbs made a comment about a thing. Travis heard it about Laura, as she was the last person to speak about the thing. At a certain point, Orion makes people uncomfortable. Carrie M, what is up, Carrie M? Welcome. I do recall you. Obviously, we know you as well.
I know.
What's in the other door?
Carrie's gonna get the next shot if no one new comes in the chat. We are almost to 15 likes left. We need 60 more likes. If you have not liked the video, like and subscribe. 50 likes, we watch 30 minutes of episode 7 when we're done with this. There is about 43 minutes left. I think we got 43 minutes left.
Immediately, the fast-moving heft of some large blade towards your head.
The large heft. A lot of the Orion issues happened post his time on Critical Role, not during, except for dealing with his AIDS. Travis is very much the happy-go-lucky guy until, but I also almost always skip to like episode 22 when I rewatch Vox. That's what people tell me. People tell me the first 20 episodes or so, like Michael said that. Honestly, the only reason we jumped right in was because Enhanced for Critters. Enhanced for Critters doing the enhanced episodes. Michael was saying, we all talked about this. Michael was saying I should just watch it on my own, do like a recap or a review every 4 or so episodes, and then jump in the 20s and do the live streams. But then as soon as Enhanced for Critters remastered the videos, we were like, might as well roll with it. So it was discussed, and I do get it.
Pulls back out of the way as the snake kind of forms itself. It goes ahead.
But honestly, it's one of those things like I'm gonna watch it all at some point anyway, so I might as well watch it with you guys and experience it as a group. Because then I can talk to you about it like we're all doing right now.
Cascades off to the side of the room.
Is he gonna sell?
Is it basically a straight line from him to Vex?
At which point he kicks the door.
14 likes left. Every time I look, we're chiseling away at that. 14. I mean, it's looking good. It's looking good. 14 likes. We got over 40 minutes. We need like a like every 3 minutes, and we're in to bonus time.
That'll do.
What I like is that there are 8 of us and 1 of him.
So far.
8 of us, yeah, so far. 8 of us and 1 of him, so far. They are doing this thing as a thing we do once a week. It's not going to last long. Thing to do with work, friends towards the end of the week. So, RL distractions are definitely a thing. Real life distractions. I liked the Tibbs character when he was there. I was waiting for him to come back because I was late to the game and didn't know the lore. But most of the cast partakes on some stuff, so not counting that.
15.
What are your thoughts on the lower
10-5.
budget maps, minis, etc.? This is much closer to what your average D&D table looks like.
5-1.
Honestly, it's odd going
All right, Percy,
from
you're first.
like it would be different if I went from these maps
You are way
and
back in
then
the
like was
cell.
like, oh my
You feel
god,
like
look how
the
great
flame
our
broke
Dwarven
the wood
Forge
and
customs
then the
look.
door closing.
But this is
Okay, I'm
interesting
gonna run
too
the
because
All right.
I've
make
seen
a
my
connection.
brother.
I'm
My
referring
brother
to
is a
some
DM.
people.
I've said this to people before in the past. My brother, way before I've done this with you guys, would have people over our house. I'm talking like 20 years ago, when he still like lived in Jersey. He would have friends over, and they would do like Dungeons and Dragons type things. And he, to this day, still DMs. Like he lives in Pittsburgh now, and he does things like this. And I remember him sketching out things and stuff. So if anything, it's more nostalgic to me than anything because I remember when I was younger seeing him do this.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
But it's definitely a change. No, it doesn't take anything away from it. I mean, if anything, the custom minis would like elevate things. But it doesn't like I wouldn't say it makes it worse or anything. Like I said, it's like more like a happy nostalgia kind of thing. And we still have the characters like the minis and stuff.
Due to the impact.
It's good with me.
That ends your turn.
I just got an ad for a skip ad. I just got an ad for a skip ads forever app while Jay was reading my comment. When the shirts sold out, he was like, oh shit, I'm gonna get me a line of merch. Me, not us. Oh, so we're getting greedy, Mr. Orion.
Over what you can see now, this room is completely.
Did I answer lower
in
budget
a
maps,
series
minis,
of
etc.?
nasty
But yeah, as far as like, I don't know. Like I said, the
enhanced
enhanced for critters might have really enhanced the episodes.
You can see various.
I mean, we were towards the end of campaign 2. They were the studio and everything, the setup, the background, everything was great. Looked like we were inside like a pirate ship or something. But they must have enhanced it pretty well because I really don't notice much of a decline. Like specific things, yes, but like still very watchable.
All right. That brings us to
Everybody, if you're jumping in, I just saw a lot of people jump in. 12 likes to go. 12 more likes, and we are into bonus time.
Acrobatics, what?
You gotta jump over people.
Move through people.
You gotta
Area is congested. Small spaces, man.
Shane Barron is here late. My D&D game it got canceled this week. People got called into work. Well, Shane Barron, we're here for you. Oh, 13 likes. Holly Mack is right. I thought I saw 12. 13 likes to go. My bad. Enhanced for Critters put in work. Yes. So thank Enhanced for Critters. That's what we're watching. Did I put the link? Oh, Jay. Did I put the link in this past episode? I hope I remembered the link. I don't think I did. Did I put the link for... I always have trouble remembering to put the link in for the original video. If I didn't, I apologize. I'll do it later. Enhanced for Critters, everybody. Thank them. Go like them. Go subscribe to them. I saw today, I think it was, they just posted the new episode. Might have been episode 15 or 16. We're a bit away from that. Well, Shane Barron is with us. Usually Shane drops in just to say hi, throw up a like, but today you're ours. We have
You are
taken
currently in a cell with a dead body draped over you.
in a cell with a dead body. That's cozy down here. That's hot. Keyleth is in a cell with a dead body. I'm role playing it up. Oh my god! And Tal'dorei is the dead body. Tal'dorei is our dead body in this portrayal.
Pick it up with my mouth.
Okay. In your mouth, the body stirs. It wasn't quite dead.
It wasn't quite dead.
I wanted a dead one. It makes sense. I drop that one and find like a dead
Well, you wanted a dead one. It is now.
Oh! Okay, well that's fine. That's fine. He's dead.
12 likes away. We'll log into PC to see if I can undo it.
So hard.
Undo what? Rogue Matt still thanked Orion in the 100. Matt still thanked Orion in the 100th episode and is mentioned in the original Orion or Origins comics. I thought it said the Orion comics. I'm like, he had his own line of comics. The Orion comics.
Oh, go ahead, do something else.
Yes, keep going, Keyleth. I am paying attention.
That was your bonus action.
Keyleth tries so hard.
It's such a difference between her and Bo. Like, Marisha playing Bo was so... you guys know it's my favorite. Bo, my favorite.
Yeah, there's some PTSD.
She was so cocky and, like, different, where Keyleth is so, like... almost like I never know what to expect and unsure. But I know she does become way more aggressive as time goes on. We know this. I have seen the animated show, so I do know that Keyleth gets very OP and aggressive to an extreme almost. But Marisha honestly does a great job. She's very animated. I would say she's one of the more animated overall. Like right now, I so far, just based on campaign 1, I would say Marisha is the most animated of anybody by far. Would you not agree? In campaign 2, Laura is very animated, Sam is very animated, but I'd say Marisha, just based on what we've seen in the first 6 episodes. Like, look at her right now. She is like covering over half the table and crawling around like a lunatic, and I love it. It's great.
Encourage violence.
I encourage violence.
Like, look at how she's sitting right now. Her one hand is halfway past Orion. Her elbow is like halfway past Tal'dorei. She is like draped over half the table, crawling all over. But see, it's not done in an annoying way. She isn't annoying about it. She's like entertaining. That's the difference. That's the difference between being an attention seeker and actually entertaining the people watching.
You said the room's full of shiny pointy things on the wall, right?
Yes.
I would like to bull rush the dwarf up and against the wall and try and spear him with all the sharp shit on the wall.
Okay.
I love it. Oh my god. Loudness.
Oh, that's
I like it. I like it. Throw
Okay,
the
then.
dwarf up on the wall
So,
of pointiness. Let's not discount her campaign 3 character. I haven't seen it. I can't compare. I have nothing to compare. Campaign 3 is the one thing I know absolutely nothing about.
7.
Even during campaign 2, I knew enough about Vox Machina from watching the animated, from watching the comparison videos. So all through campaign 2, I actually knew Vox Machina fairly well. Campaign 3, I have zero knowledge of. I don't know the names. Like I don't even know a single name of any character in campaign 3. You guys might have told me, but I don't retain that kind of knowledge because I don't know what it's relating to. Like, even if you said, oh, the name is Blip, I wouldn't remember it because, one, I would have probably saw it once or twice, and 2, it relates to nothing of relevance in the world I'm in right now. Vox Machina, though, was like fresh in my head. You're not missing much. Campaign 3, I've heard it all over. I've heard people say it's the worst of the 3 campaigns. I've heard people say it's the best of the 3 campaigns. I've heard people say it started bad and then is currently the best. Like, I've heard every which way you can imagine. So I don't know what to think, but I'm gonna watch it one day. One day we're gonna do it one day.
As he reaches up towards you,
what would you guys rank him? Ready right now, everybody. Right now, everybody rank it. Campaign 1, 2, and 3. What is your order? Because I know Campaign 3 officially ended. So now, having ended, what is your order?
Blood across the front of his and this tongue dangling. It gives it this horrible, this gurgling scream as all the blood begins to pour up into his throat.
Ripped out his jaw.
With that, you clutching the jaw with one hand.
Ripped out his jaw. How lovely.
With his jaw, as he's watching his head slowly cave in. Until eventually he's no longer moving.
I think he's gonna make it. I think he'll be all right, everybody. Don't worry, he'll be all right. He's doing fine. Star's saying 2, 1, 3. So 3's last. There you go. Perfect example. Star is 2, 1, 3. Michael is 3, 1, 2.
All right.
So totally reversed.
As
reverse,
you've entered the room
reverse.
now and you've gotten-
And then Carrie is 1, 2, 3. And then Azor Sky is 1, 3, 2. So far, of the 4 people that said,
Wise
everyone's got a
though,
different
on the wall,
order.
kind of
No
twitching every
one
few
had the
seconds.
same order.
Grog still in
One,
rage.
and then we have 1, 3, 2. So even 1, 2. Oh, that is the Irish
is
right.
a smallish human
2,
boy,
1, 3.
female,
Okay, Clever
currently
Name and
chained
Star have the same
pulled on a
order.
rack.
And then Vero
bunch
G
of
has the
stars
same
and
order.
moons
So
and
it seems
blood.
2, 1, 3 seems to be the popularist. If that is not an
Probably figure
order.
it out within
The most popular is 2, 1, 3 so far.
Can I run?
Holly Mac saying 2, 1, 3.
I'll
Is
go.
it chains or rope?
I'm gonna, yeah.
Ace is saying 1, 2, 3. Like Harry, 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
But 3, basically 3, almost everybody except Michael. So Michael has 3 at his favorite.
12.
Most are
You
saying
take a moment and you manage
3
to find
is
where
their
the
least
Vox
favorite.
machine is, where you can go ahead and release the tension, and eventually the chains go a little more slack.
no joke. One of my next tattoos
You
will
have to
be
go into a deep breath.
PC
Kind of looks about the room a
inspired
second. It
one.
looks like there's a bit of haze, but through the haze there's
Vero
just
agree
this
with
constant,
me.
this constant anger.
Yeah, it's like besides Kerry.
So
Oh no, that
Let
Kerry
me
said
go?
it last too. Besides
on,
Azor
finish the
Sky
chains.
and Michael, everyone had 3 last.
Can we
But even
insight and
they-
make sure that it's really who?
you can indeed.
Yeah, perception,
This is
Oh wait, no, Azor Sky, Michael had it. Yeah. I think everyone but them. Oh no, Colvin too had 3 first. 3, 2, 1.
The twins fucked it.
That's the first one I seen of 3, 2, 1. So Colvin has Vox Machina last
She's not
and 3. So there are several people that put 3 at first. But I feel like the majority have it last.
19's better?
Okay. I mean, at this point, it's pretty
I
apparent that whatever
can't
this
say
woman
what my
is,
order is because
she's
I've
been
not
here a
seen it.
while and has been
I mean,
subject to
I'm
many
gonna be honest with you.
things.
Campaign 2
and
was so
still has that
phenomenal.
spark of life to her. Mainly out of
I'm
vengeance,
looking forward
anger,
to something
and-
trying to
and
beat
pain.
it. But I mean, Campaign
But
2 was
she
very
does not seem
good.
to
I was
be
very much
overtly aggressive or trying to
impressed
deceive you,
with
just trying
Campaign
to get
2.
out of these fucking chains.
I'm gonna.
I also loved Calamity. Like, if we threw Calamity into the mix, Calamity was great, but I like the characters of Campaign 2 better. Calamity was wild for, like, you know, just having, like, a short amount of time with those people. Very well done. Love
Bit
Brennan.
of a song. And you know my
But-
optic snaps. So
Campaign 2 was great.
Great. How far?
I love them all equally. I'll have 2 Critical Role tattoos. Tusk Tooth, because I think it makes for a good fan tattoo. I would agree with that. I watch them in real time, so Campaign 1 is the most ancient. And a thing inspired by the PC based on the inside of the book. Campaign 1 is classic fantasy characters, C2 is fantasy heroes, C3 is fantasy sidekicks. Calamity is the best one-shot I've ever watched. That I would agree with you. Of all the one-shots, because we did watch a lot of one-shots through the years. Calamity, by far, I would have to say, it just was so epic. There was like such an epic Scanlan singing. Gotta take a break for Scanlan singing.
Gonna give you some hit points. Gonna give you some hit points.
Gonna give you some hit points.
Okay, so I roll. So
That was a nice little break for us to jam out with Scanlan. Everybody, we are down.
And you see her muscles tense for a moment, or her tension in her muscles.
We got 25 minutes left. 25 minutes left. We need 12 likes. Do we hit it?
It's been a while.
25 minutes for 12 more likes. We need 1 like every 2 minutes. I don't know, everybody. It's cutting close. It's cutting close. 25 minutes left. Do we achieve greatness? Gonna give them some hit points. Gonna give them some hit points. Is Calamity a one-shot? It was multiple seasons, sessions. I guess technically not. I considered it a one-shot only because I didn't know what else to call it. But you're probably right. I guess technically it is not.
One chain for
But-
the legs, one chain for the arms.
Yeah, I guess it is a little unfair to consider it a one-shot. To compare it to others, because you're comparing
The chain
like
mostly snaps on the
multiple
top part, but not
epic
quite enough.
episodes
It's enough
that
where you
were.
grog.
I mean, the finale of Calamity was like
I bring it down with a
twice as
brief
long as
moment
most
of
one-shots
extreme tension as the whole room watches
in
Grog
total.
walk up with his axe and
So I
swing
guess
it
that is a
down
little
towards
unfair.
This halfling, before we have a moment to stop, everyone's heart just skips a beat. The chain is bisected, at which point the halfling woman
Ease on
immediately
down.
jumps to her feet with almost
Ease
like a
on
key-up
down.
stand.
My
She's
favorite
now
one
standing
shot
on
will
top
always
of
be
the table.
Darrington Brigade. Can't wait until you get
Her arms are still bound.
far enough to see it. That one's
You can
come
now see
up
where the metal was weakened from
countless
the acid
times, M.
blow.
Gormley.
She pulls herself free.
That
from
one,
the body.
I
This
know the name so well
blister
because that one has come up
possibly from just
many times
how
as
long
being a
she's been
favorite.
pulling against these restraints, but she bore through it with a little bit of blood that trickles from that wound. She has freed herself, and she looks around the rest of the group.
She has freed everybody.
So I take it you're not from around here.
No. Would you like some water?
She grabs it from you, pulls off the cork, and just starts chugging like she hasn't had anything to drink in a long time.
Lady Kima, we need to get you out of here.
Allura has sent us.
I like that he, like, I love that Sam just, like, burst into laughter with Orion's comment. Would you like some water? Sam is like, Jesus Christ. What an odd request. And then she drank it up. We're going to have a shot, everybody. This is going to be the 20-minute countdown shot.
She looks around.
20-minute countdown shot is on deck. Is anybody new in the chat? Anybody new in the chat? Like if you haven't. We're 11 away. 11 away.
I need to find my implements. We need to get out of here.
Could I offer you this black-studded leather dwarven armor?
I didn't watch Bob.
It's
What is Bob?
Yeah.
Or would you care for this robe?
What about What about Bob? Are we talking about What About Bob with Bill Murray? I love the Ashley Space one shot. Oh, is What About Bob a one shot? If I had to go with a literal one shot, the only two I've seen are one on D20 involving toys and the search for Grog and Dalen's chest.
I feel her a little bit more.
Dylon. No, it's Dalen. It's not Dylon.
As you do, she
Because I didn't really like Grog's one shot that much. Carrie M showing the love. Kima. Yes, we got Kima.
Please.
Should we do it for that?
Please.
What do you need it for?
You can have
Do you
mine.
trust me?
I don't know.
We
This is
probably
all I have to
should.
Check myself.
You've come this far.
Grog has something for you.
If we don't have anybody new in the chat, this is going. This shot is going to the mighty Kima.
She, as you hand it out, she grabs it from your hand,
That was rude.
walks to the edge of the table,
I don't like her.
stares at the dwarf. That
It was
is
rude, I don't
currently
like her.
Hooked onto the wall. And with an RGL, just slams it right into his face, causing his head to explode against the back of the wall.
Lovely.
Slams it again. And again,
Oh my God.
And again, and it's just making
Kima, I've told you guys,
hamburger of his entire
in the
body.
animated
The
show,
arm slaws off, and she's
Kima
just going
really,
nuts. You can see her
like,
just
came
blushing
out
over and
in the
over again.
last,
It's like just spray of gore on her, and there's this look
season.
of anger, frustration.
The last season of Vox Machina,
and
Kima
a
was
sick sense of joy a little bit in her
easily
eyes, and how she's
catapulted
just
into my
tearing this dwarf
favorites.
apart. Eventually, after this frenzy, you're all taken aback, and she takes a moment. There is very little left recognizable of once was a Duragar.
I notice a bulge in Grog's pants.
I have a harder time with one shots because unless they're established character story, I don't have time to get into it. Ninja Master Ninja, did you just get on break? Shane Barron is puff smoking. We got Shane over there waving, or Ninja's waving to him. Pizza Land, but we're having a break, I think. We're breaking.
Flash of radiant energy.
Cost someone an arm. Hey, Michael, there she is.
Blood that currently encapsulates the
She,
mace off.
we got one more minute. Anybody new in the chat? If not,
Very welcome.
this is to the mighty Kima. Cheers, everybody. There's still enough for like 1.5 more shots. So cheers to the mighty Kima.
My axe.
If you want to part with it, certainly.
Oh. Maybe we should get out of here.
Why don't we collect your things?
Yeah, where are they? Do you know?
I have no idea. They're either in the vault or they're in the armory.
I just saw that the shot glass is cracked.
There's a vault.
And I was like, ooh, I hope there's no glass in it. And if there was, I just drank
Lady
it.
Kima, are these things absolutely necessary? We have a secret entrance to this place. We could leave now. Are they of vital importance, the things you've lost?
She kind of thinks for a second and goes, they are divine implements gifted to me from an avatar of Bahamut.
Bahamut.
I feel to leave
What do I know
behind would
Bahamut
be a
from?
partial failure to
I
my
know that
plans.
they've spoken it many
Not to
times
mention
in
that what we may
Dungeons and
face
Dragons, in specifically this
only that we can
campaign.
help
They've
you
talked
with.
about Bahamut. But what would I know that name from? Because I definitely
As
knew
you show back
Bahamut
to
from
that
something
card,
else way
she gives you
before
a look and
this.
smiles and says, It's good to see that your scale of color does not belie your intent. That is a face I've not seen for some time. I thank you. She leaps off the table. So, shall we?
I go up to her.
Yeah, do you know where the vault is?
I can show you.
Yes.
Lead
I
the
go
way.
up to her, still in
Lead
my
the
minxie
way.
form, and I just kind of
Final. Oh, I think yes. Good, Colvin, you got it. Bahamut. Yes, it's definitely from a Final Fantasy game.
No,
I'm like, what? I wasn't thinking games. I was thinking,
drug it back, and I
like, like you're right. That is 100% what I'm thinking of. But in my head, I was trying to think of shows and movies I would have seen that would have reminded me of that, and I'm like, I can't think of any that would have Bahamut. It is a totally 100% from Final Fantasy.
She kind of she doesn't look at you, but she pats you absentmindedly as she passes you, her direct intent on heading back up those stairs herself.
Alright.
Okay, let's go. But shall we unlock all the other doors?
Final Fantasy,
Yes, let's
you
let all the
have
doors
my
up. We need to
attention.
give them some food.
You have my attention. Yes, I believe it was
I have a
7
great
with
sword,
Sephiroth,
morning
if I'm not
star
mistaken.
have until we find
I mean, it might have been in other ones too, but where you could like summon.
She takes
I'm
from
pretty
you
sure
swords.
Bahamut was in Final Fantasy 7,
A little over
where you could summon things
taller
like
than she is,
Bahamut
maybe a little more
and then
than that.
fight
But-
Sephiroth,
but as
or I
get
mean,
to her,
you
she
fought
still
other
takes it.
people
You can
too.
see
But
she
I'm
is
pretty
a
sure that
built
because I'm like it goes
half
way
female.
back.
She
Like
has
I know
seen
that
some
name
war,
forever.
and she has survived some shit.
She's the
Matt
type of
has
person
said
dabbling.
that he is Alora and Marisha.
As I see her
That
grab the
he
sword, I ask,
is
"Would you
Alora
pay
and Marisha is Kima. Oh, okay. I was like, I'm confused with
Yeah,
my
that's over her shoulder at you.
reading.
It says,
He is Alora and
nothing to
Marisha is
celebrate
Kima.
for.
I dig it. I dig it.
time?"
On the off chance, Advent children. If you're thinking
Can I
movie,
run in the
but usually a
little
summon.
prison and just tell the
I have
people
seen
that
Advent
come just to
Children.
say, "Don't
But I think it
exit
was before that, so
where
it
you
probably
came.
was
There's a secret
the
entrance up
summon
and in this
from
whole room.
Bahamut
Go that
is
way
in a
and
bunch
stealth
of
up."
it. Yeah, that's what I figured.
One of the ones that's sitting
I feel
on
like
kind of,
it
Oh,
might
okay,
even
see
go.
all of it.
Maybe Bahamut might have even been in Final Fantasy 3/6. Now that I think of it, because now I'm like picturing the animation style, and it was way older.
hungrily through the bars
So it
and
might have been
starts
Final
stuff,
Fantasy
like
3/6 that we had Bahamut too. With
all right. Government.
what was her name? Terra?
So
Did Terra
already
summon Bahamut?
Oh, upstairs. Yeah.
calories.
All right. So, turn this off here. There's a point.
Oh goodness, oh goodness.
Oh goodness, oh goodness.
I'm right with Mixie. Meaning for her.
I place a hand on Lady
place.
Kima's shoulder.
I'm a sucker
Place
for
a
the
hand on Kima's
posh
shoulder and say, "Please allow me."
accent,
And move
even
several
a
feet
clearly
ahead of her and
fake one.
start sneaking
Oh, the
along.
As you
posh
move up
Brit accent,
to
like
her, you
Posh
notice she's
Spice.
standing at the top of the, at the
Posh
bottom of the
Spice, the
stairs
British
with
Posh
attention,
Spice accent.
staring up at the top of the stairway, where Clarota is looking down at her and backing away. And she
Oh,
goes,
yes.
Wait.
No, stop it. I put my mage hand in front of her. Wait, hold on. It's fine. This mind flare is with us. We saved him, or he's our ally now. He's fine. No one needs to fight. She's fine. He's fine. His name is Clarota.
without taking her eyes off of Clarota,
This is Kiva.
she looks back
Kiva?
over.
This is Kima.
We are allies. Oh, yes.
Are you to tell me that you've come down here and allied yourself with an entity that is the anathema of the mountain?
I've never heard that word in my life. The
So I say,
anathema.
"Now
The
we understand
anathema of
he's
the
in
mountains.
us, but he's
What is an
gotten us this
anathema?
far."
And for what purpose? You think they don't have plots lined out for weeks and months?
No, listen.
There is no trust to be
He's
had
been-
with these
he
creatures.
I just wanna
has
make
been
sure.
Shit out by
Yeah,
these
we're good.
creatures.
We're good.
They do not want him.
In
or
my head, I
trust
was like,
him.
I feel like the
He's an
glass
outcast.
cracked. I was like, I just want to make sure I didn't
Together
swallow glass. I
in
didn't.
this
I would have
room,
felt it,
he was
but
the
I
one
saw the
without
crack,
him
and I'm
who
like,
did
I just want to
not
make sure
want
it's
him.
smooth.
And with him, you will never get out.
No, we have his alliance. There's a greater entity controlling his people, which he has been outcast from, like you're saying.
And have you not thought for a second that perhaps all of you are being manipulated
Exact
by this
opposite
creature?
kind of.
You can see the great.
Hey, isn't that from Good
flowing
Omens,
divine
actually?
energy, and she goes,
Isn't
"I will not
Ananthium
stand
the
here
name of the
and let
girl
us
from
ally
Good
ourselves with this
Omens?
filth."
Matt has quite the vocabulary, just the body movement in front of the rest of the cast. Bleh.
Create a bunch of
Yeah,
swords around
agreed,
the
Rogue.
fire.
I totally get what you're saying. Agreed.
I give you my word.
Her attention, divided from Clarota, now tends towards you.
Don't act me a fool, and don't treat me like one either. None of us are half-wits, as you're claiming. We would not be fooled by such a creature like this. The words he speaks is true, and we believe him.
You go ahead and make a diplomacy check. Or a persuasion. Persuasion.
Get it on, Tiberius.
Ananthium. Abe, then... be right back, Sigs. Ads are Abe, then to my live stream enjoying experience.
Not good.
Oh, ads are... I get it. Abe, then...
You see the color
it's
of
just
her
a
eye begins
typo.
to vanish, giving way to an extremely
Ananthium,
bright,
exact
burning
opposite,
silver light.
kinda,
And she says,
ad.
"Listen,
Percy reminds me of the old Hollywood.
come with me.
Why are we talking about
Without
the
this
transatlantic accent?
or you
Percy reminding you, yes, I totally agree about Percy.
Be like that.
By the way, everybody, we need 11 likes, and there is
I have had its
14
people
minutes.
devour mine
14
since I
minutes.
set foot in here. This creature, whatever its reasoning is not in your best interest. It will lead you into a web of your own destruction. I've seen their kind work.
Clarota.
Yeah, they're mostly buttholes, but he's not a butthole.
They're mostly buttholes. I've said this before, remember way back when we met Clarota, and we allowed him to suck the brains out of the guy that was axed against the wall trying to run? I was like, I get it, but like, how do we know that he won't gain power and turn on us?
Going to walk where I am not welcome.
I mean, I'm not saying he's possibly different, but I definitely have had my doubts about Clarota. I don't think, if I had to pick one way or the other, I'd say he's a good
I walk
dude.
between them and put hands
But
out. And say, we
I
all want
question
the
it
same
enough.
thing.
More so than anybody on our team, I question
Tell us, what
is
is it that you've come here for? What is
loyalty.
your purpose?
Just because we don't
Speak
know
your
him
mind
well
if
enough,
you are
and he is of a group of people that suck out brains and get stronger. That's it. Could even be out of his control, like a vampire, like has the thirst and kills because he has to.
Clarota, why have you come here? What is it you seek?
Clarota kind of
Listen to the
settles into
music,
itself
too.
for a second.
Music's great.
I've come to destroy this creature, Kaval, and free my people.
Then the two of you, get over your fucking shit. We want the same thing here. Get over yourselves, both of you. We share a common purpose. We are going to end this fucking bullshit. Kima, we have come here for you. Pay us the respect.
I mean, Vax isn't wrong.
We have come a long
Vax is
way
like
for
Kima. Without us, you'd still be
He's
imprisoned.
an unlikely ally.
However, I
but
get
he's got
Kima
us to
being
this
like,
point. And
I just
together,
got out of
this
prison,
moment,
and now you want me
this
to
moment
align
only,
with this
we can work
creature?
together. We don't have to be
But
small sons
like,
of buddies
we
in a
should
week
make,
from now, but right
we should be
now,
the shot
Right
callers.
here, we will work together and achieve the same thing.
We should be the shot
What
callers
say you,
due to
Kima?
the fact that we saved Kima.
She looks towards you and says,
Free his people, he says. What do you think will happen once his people are free? Should they let us walk out on our own?
Yeah.
Yes, he said so.
Yeah, but I don't know if I agree with that. And just because Clarota says it, maybe Clarota is 100% real.
This dark caverns, my dragon friend.
Yeah.
These entities I watched steal the very life essence of
I honestly, like, I'm more on board with Kima than not.
I watched them capture them
But
and devour their very minds before me and laugh.
the main problem here is
shadows.
I've seen this happen before in similar situations where Clarota is possibly telling the truth, but now you have to trust that every one of his people will also have the same mindset. And I don't think they all would. There's always one douchebag that ruins it and starts the
They do not want
war.
us free peoples to walk the surface. They want us for food.
That's the other thing. They're literally equivalent to vampires in my mind, where they need to eat brains. So what do? Sacrifice like the bad people? At a point, they will need a food source. Unless, I mean, I'm sure, I don't know. Could they eat other things? It looked like he got really strong when he ate brains.
We're giving you one last chance. Either you are with us, or you are against us. This is a threat.
This is a threat.
So you walk in here, save me from my binds, under the words of my dear lifelong friend, Arcanist Tal'dorei.
I mean, Scanlan came in hot.
We mean you no ill will. It is you who are aggravating the situation.
You could be sitting in a cell by yourself doing.
I don't know
fuck
about
all.
that. The way Sam just did it, like Scanlan, this and you go, this is a threat. I'm letting you know this is a threat. You are aggravating the situation. This is a threat. You listen to us.
Well, I rolled a 3.
I rolled a 13.
But
I mean, our people are. I mean, granted, I know Kima better than they do. This is the problem. I know Kima
Plus.
better than they do. So,
Because you didn't.
I mean, they don't know they can trust her. I know we can trust Kima.
More God's blessing.
I've never met Clarota. Clarota, I don't know. So, like, to me, Clarota is like
Get him, Scanlan.
the least trustworthy.
Can I assist?
He assisted because he was talking.
Unfortunately, it's too late. Once
You
the roll.
assist?
Right. And because of that, the DC has been considered. She takes a moment and steps forward. She's a few inches taller than you.
Of course she is.
She kind of looks at you and says,
She's a few inches taller. Well, of course, everyone
"You have a pretty
is.
voice.
Listen to that music.
I'm grateful that all of you have come and traversed all this danger in my name to free me from the binds that have held me. And I do wish very much to walk alongside you to this end. And I understand it may be very well possible that this thing has taken your minds without your knowledge. However, and her eyes close for a second, and she opens them again, and that kind of radiant spark of silver fades. Her normal eye color returns. We see ourselves with little choices. And I have very little allies at this point to achieve my goal.
All right, she's gonna trust us. I hope we're right, because we came in hot.
Must walk in step the entire time. One single misstep. And I will not hesitate to carve that head from your body in the name of Bahamut.
I'm sorry, you mean like dancing?
I will help you do that if he missteps.
Clarota, our hands still crossed.
I will help you do that if he missteps. All right.
Its tendrils in its mouth kind of.
And please, understand, if you ever intend to try and cut my life short, I will also not hesitate to bore that beautiful mind from your skull.
Once we
All
know
right.
that this Kavan, you guys are going to laugh.
Yeah, like we're threatening each other back and forth. Everybody is threatening back and forth, but I hope it all works out. I hope they're both loyal. I know Kima is. I've seen enough of Vox to know that Kima is legit.
She looks back at the rest of you and kind of gives you all an understanding look.
I honestly think Clarota means well. I just don't trust his people to honor his
his
deal.
Strange will of the gods. This entity is telling the truth.
Kima being racist against the squids. Clarota is ride or die, bro. I mean, I believe it. I honestly, I would lean more towards yes, but I don't trust that his people will back him. It's like one of the, like I said, there's been so many shows and movies where they're like, no, I guarantee you. And then when all is said and done, somebody in the ranks is like, I will refuse. We are superior, and then they like start a war because one moron can't accept the pact or like the.
And continues ascending back up the stairs.
I don't know. I'm trying to the word I'm trying to think of.
First level.
You know what I mean. Let's not do the religious conversation stuff. What makes a sermon Catholic based specifically? Based Kima, mind flayers are bad, not all squids are alike.
And that's where we'll end the game.
Oh my god. Whoa, what? It's over? Oh, we ended way earlier than I thought.
Yeah, we have 10 more minutes.
No. That's a good
Yeah, that's a good plan.
5 minutes left, everybody. We need 11 likes.
a bit of a lengthy encounter. So
That last part
So-
went so fast. We had like 11 minutes. The last like
nobody
6
in
minutes
there
went
has
by
any
like
idea
in
that you're
seconds.
here.
11 more likes. I don't think we're gonna do it, everybody. We were doing so
Who's
good.
picking Turtle Face?
I mean, we still got 5 minutes. We still got 5 minutes.
She's good.
DC in this bitch.
Certain things that are a bit specific, but main thing is not being able to do duties in Catholic ground. Let's not do the religious code.
That would be the most awkward humping ever.
Did you see her work in that room of blood?
Only one of them is demanding that I become a liar.
Isn't Kima a dwarf?
No,
Kima's
Kima's
a
a halfling.
halfling.
Halfling?
She's a
Halfling.
ropey,
Wait, dang
muscular.
it.
A ropey, muscular halfling.
Some torture weapons.
You can go back if you want.
Yeah, can I go back since we have 10 minutes and go get some torture weapons?
What's it?
This will be pretty quick. You're gonna forget a couple things because everyone's
What's
heading
your
up the
day?
stairs.
Can we go back so I can get some torture weapons?
So
I love that
the
Pike. See, it would have made sense for Yasha in my mind,
the light of
but
Serenade
Pike
has guided
going
her
back
through
for
life.
torture
Once
weapons
a
is pretty
gifted
funny.
being of light and joy, upon coming to the edge of death, her soul taken from her form and returned, going at sea and traveling with some of the more rough and tumble folks of the landscape, has returned now with her mind bent on war, vengeance, and what it means to win a battle through force if necessary. Watching Pike rush off and begin to gather up what appear to be 2 large bladed hooks.
Good night, everyone. I am Restless Star. You have a good night. When I need the
a
exorcism, I'll be the
lengthy
first to
hand
ask
razor.
for help. We need 11 more likes, everybody. 4 minutes. Less than 4 minutes.
Hold on.
Like all you can. We are going to jump into the next one just to see the time frame. And I think Clever was saying something about watching the first 5 minutes or something. Clever, what were you saying about the next episode? Because maybe we'll do that. And then we'll see how far we get. Because I don't think we're going to hit the 11 likes. Or the 50 likes total.
That's all you have time to grab before you have to bolt back up to gather the rest. And we'll pick up the next game as you guys head up the stairs back into the hallway.
Clever, what was, you're probably writing it.
The Emberhold, Duragar
Because there is a very long episode. Well, not a very long, but like longer than we've seen yet in Campaign 1.
Thank you guys all for watching.
Zach? Pain in the ass, Lady Kima. Lady Kima. See, I'm coming from a different angle. They've never met Kima. I know Kima well enough.
To the charity.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I have terrible handwriting, so if I wrote these myself and I'm supposed to read them. And
Right, that's okay.
The Conman 93.
The Conman 93. What a name for a guy that donates to charity.
Thank you.
The guy donating to charity's name is the Conman.
1, 2, 3, Junior. Appreciate
I don't know if I trust that donation.
Poltergeist 1, 2, 3.
And Poltergeist, we have a Conman and a Poltergeist donating to charity.
Thank you, Sudafin.
Yeah. Mr. Menfrin, please.
Accidental Anarchy.
No.
Nice. Thank you, Axis.
Ruzgofty.
Ruzgofty.
Yeah,
Thank you guys so much for donating. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
I would love if like one of the people donating to charity was like, I lied about donating. That is his actual name. I lie about donating. Donated $5 million.
Programming from comic book shows to tabletop gaming to Steam group games, indie gaming, all sorts of fun stuff. Every Friday night we have live music and bands play and stuff. And tomorrow we're having a special party to celebrate our reaching 2,000.
I can't not see Zach. Whenever I see Zach now, I immediately think of the Lady Gaga dancing video. It's like I can't unsee it whenever I see Zach walk out now. Like everybody, we need 11 more. I saw a lot of people just jump in, like the video. 50 likes, we'll jump into 7. We're going to jump into episode 7 right now. But we're going to only probably watch like 5 minutes or so. If we get the 50 likes, we'll do the first 30 minutes. Did Clever write back to me yet? Vero gave me a timestamp for it, but it may be from the original video. Aha. The opening you need to watch from 132.48 to 135.43.
Shows like Key and Peele,
Oh, of the original video of this? Are we talking the original video of this, guys?
Kind of know more what he's about. And we are going to throw that drop cam up and set up for dancing.
Oh, they have some great names in their charity streams. Oh, yeah, so are we talking I gotta go back to the original video and do 132.48? Obviously, because I can't do it if we never saw last week's or next week's video, right?
So as long as we're live,
We're also at 42 likes. We're 8 away. We are rapidly getting there.
before we go offline,
I'm gonna take a bathroom break.
wherever you are in the world.
Episode 7 enhanced, 132.40. But should I not? Shouldn't I watch that next time? All right, let's regroup. Shouldn't I watch? I mean, we haven't watched episode 7 yet, so I shouldn't watch that now, right? Wouldn't be watching 132 to 135 of next week's episode ruin something coming up? Daryl Hill, let's watch the next one. I just got here. We need 8 more likes, everybody. From the enhanced ViewMasters, it's fine. Just watching Brennan try to remember, reminded, blah, blah, blah. It's not related to the episode. Okay. We're jumping in. We're going to go into episode 7 enhanced.
Hello and welcome to this evening's episode of Critical Role.
Episode 7 enhanced. We're so close. We're 8 likes away. There's got to be, like, I can't help but think we are going to get there at some point.
We shall see what happens.
We're going to do episode. We're gonna do a little bit of it. We're gonna at least do the other thing. I just have to pee so goddamn bad. So keep liking. I'll be back in like literally 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I'm just gonna run across the hall. I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'm gonna come right back. Keep liking. Encourage people to like the video. We're very close. We're the closest we've been in weeks. So we're definitely gonna, like I said, we're definitely gonna watch at least the mid thing you guys are saying. We'll probably jump into another 5 to 10 minutes just because, see, this episode is easily an hour longer than last week. So I'm gonna be right back. Right back. I found this precious little angel sleeping by the door. She must have heard me and she couldn't get in and she was sleeping by the door. Look at her little face. What you doing? What you doing? Oh, come here. Come here. It's so funny how she, like, doesn't like being held. But she'll, like, sit on my lap and, like, run around my legs 500 times over and over. Oh, it's a baby. Oh, it's just little baby. Oh, it's just little baby. Everybody, we're at 46 likes. If you love this cat, put a like in the video, or I will eat her head right now. I will devour her whole head right now. Ready? It's going to be like it. I'm just going to inhale her whole head. I'm going to cross my legs so you can get higher. You have to pose for the camera. This is for... Oh, now you just collapsed. Now you collapsed. Go up there. Go up there. Go up high. No! Don't leave me. All right. Oh, we lost likes. We lost likes for violating the kitty. What are you doing? Now she like see she freaks out to get down, and then she like sits right by my legs and then looks at me and then rubs on my legs. It's like I'm trying to show you love. I'm trying to love you. Hello, kitty. Everyone's saying hello to you. Everyone's saying hello to you. We needed 4 more likes. Well, now there's 5 more. I don't know what happened. There was 4 more, but now it's 5 more. Gotta give him the setup first. Can you grab a timestamped link? All right, so I saw there was a timestamp. You're saying that I can watch the enhanced one and see it? Let's see. You're saying 132. 132. I'm not going to click it. I just want to see. 132.48. 132.48. You see, that looks like 132.48. Looks like it's bringing me
35.
It looks like it's bringing. I'm guessing I have to watch episode 7 enhance. Am I crazy? It looks like it's bringing me to the middle of the episode. I could be wrong. I dare you have to save. We made it to the 4. I love big fat kitties. I have to save mine because they might get lost. No, I'm liking because we went to see Jay pull an elf. No, I'm unliking because we went. Oh, because we want to see Jay pull an elf. An analingus freeform? What is that? Yes, it is in the middle. It is in the middle? Like right here? Should I click now? Because it won't let me go. It says 132.48, but for some reason it won't let me go to 12. Look, I'm clicking it. And it's making me go to 132.32. Let's go. Let's go. Ready?
Danny, I'm pretty sure you follow me on Twitter.
Ready? We're going to go from here. Is this good?
DM me your address.
We need 5 more likes. 5 more likes. We'll watch this. We're going to watch this. If we hit the 5 more likes, we'll jump in to the beginning.
Also, as a
5
heads up,
more
guys,
likes.
we've had, some people
I'm going to count them down on my hand as I drink this bottle. 5 more likes needed while I drink this bottle. And I'll have Coco dance on my lap if we achieve it.
It's temporary. It's very basic, but we have up. If you guys ever want to go to critroll.com, we have a limited run of those shirts currently available.
Oh, everybody, go over there. Go over there right now to Crit Roll. They have a limited run of these shirts. You just have to find a way to go back in time 10 years, and you will be able to get that shirt. You will be able to get those shirts.
Only rolled 20s. Only.
Yes.
All right, everyone's saying pay attention.
True. Yeah, so it's
Cheers to all of you.
critroll.com.
Do we get the 5 more likes?
And yeah, and the site is still under construction. So, but we managed to rush it out, and I want to give a huge shout out to Michael Weitzman, who's a big friend of ours, for helping us make the website.
Thanks, Whitey.
At Whitesley, if you want to bug him. And yeah, so you
That's
can
his
buy.
nickname. It's not like a.
Thanks, Whitey.
I
His
know.
last name is White.
But I said, "What's up, Whitey?" Like to him personally.
Oh.
And then they look at me like, "Oh my lord!"
I immediately thought so too. I immediately said, "Is that what the thing was?"
It's okay. I'm just sad that you don't call me Whitey. Really?
I mean, I can.
Okay, let's start. After this game.
Thanks, Whitey. I literally thought the same thing, but I assumed
go buy t-shirts
it was his
now.
nickname. I love that they're trying to do like a shout out to this dude, and it got really awkward.
Once they're gone, they're gone.
The cost includes shipping.
That is also the name of the shirt.
They're like,
We'll get
"Thanks,
more-
Orion.
packaging them ourselves.
We're over here giving
We'll
this
have
guy a
hopefully
shout
more in the
out,
future, but this
and
is
you
the first attempt
ruined
to
the
try to
whole
do
thing."
that.
Is that like a
doing this
typical
all ourselves
Orion
just
move right there?
See how it works.
See how it works. If you guys want to.
1:43. I gotta pause at 43.
So
Yeah.
future T-shirts. Were you guys saying something like it would be like artwork from?
Yes, this was, we got this from @Rusgofty.
I'm gonna go a little past it 'cause it looks like it's safe.
Is
it safe?
Similar design. So yeah.
Yeah, so we decided we're gonna do like fan design T-shirts. So once every so often, we'll do a fan design T-shirt.
You see your design, and then we'll make it into a T-shirt.
And then, but they'll all be limited. So yeah.
Shipping is included with the price, guys. Don't worry.
Yes.
So
What was the price?
Check that out. Thank you guys so much, and let's go ahead and get back to the game proper.
They're sold out.
They're all sold out. They just sold out. How many did they
I
have?
didn't even finish telling you people.
No, they're not.
Let us finish our sentence.
How many did they have?
Okay, so
So the shirts we just promoted, the shirts we just promoted are sold out already.
Order some more then.
Oh, I'm not there yet. It's 35.43. My bad.
We didn't know.
You do like 500.
We were gauging interest. I
We
guess
were
there's
gauging
interest.
interest.
Okay.
Oh, so 100. I mean, that's still pretty crazy. Congratulations to the 100 people. We just sold out on the shirt that we just advertised to you. That's hilarious. I mean, good for them. But now they sell thousands. Compare this. Well, I don't want to. Let them finish because.
All right. Well, we'll get.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you very much. We'll
Thank you guys so much.
get more to you
Holy
very soon.
shit. I don't know what to say.
Less limited members
Thank you.
and more designs.
Oh god, I'm like gonna cry.
Yeah. Just hashtag them Critical Role and we'll. Oh, but if you're selling them already, there's somebody that's making really cool T-shirts on Redbubble. But if you're making them there, like we can't print them too. So like.
I've used
Submit them
Redbubble.
to us. And then we
Redbubble's
can,
alright.
yeah, we can do it ourselves.
Honestly, Redbubble, that's what my brother was using. Well, I'll-
Cool.
Guys, the chat room just solved the Israeli-Palestinian conflict.
Thank you so much, Chad.
It's oh my god.
So fast.
Jeez, chat room.
We've got a box.
I just want to pause it when it's done so I know where to start when I get to this
We
point.
have the best viewers.
Yeah. Oh, thanks guys. Oh my god, I'm like shaking. I can't.
All right, here we go.
So, for all you didn't get them, we'll have more soon, I promise.
Do you guys like D&D?
So,
All right, 137 on the dot. Like, I don't want to have him say anything and ruin it. Look, 137 on the dot is where I know to start at the end. Obviously, we got to go back. Go back to the original timestamp. Go back to the beginning. You missed an important shout out. He really doesn't want to go back to the original timestamp. Love it. Now, maybe I'm just already hating on Orion, but wasn't him hugging Marisha a little much? I don't know. Am I thinking too much about it now? Because I feel like that was more than just like a friend hugging. Like he was like really getting into that hug and like laying his head on her arm and being a little weird about it. I don't know. Something about it just kind of creeped me out a little. But I think it's just that I already hate him. So like it's like I just immediately want to like hate on him for everything. Maybe I don't know. To me that seemed like a weird hug. Like I don't hug girls that I'm friends with like that. That was a little much. Maybe I don't know. I'm going to go shut the door because Coco bullied her way out and opened the door again. So, 123.25. I missed something? 123.25. Are you sure that's right? You mean 133? It must be one. There can't be 123, could it? No, that's in the middle of a thing. It's got to be 133.25. Here we go. We'll rewatch it.
Less than that probably. I mean, it was a small amount.
I was wearing mine earlier today, and I only rolled 20s. Only.
Yes.
apparently it's staying for the first half of the session. So,
True. Yeah. So it's www.critroll.com. And yeah, and the site is still under construction. So, but we managed to rush it out, and I want to give a huge shout out.
132.25. Okay, I was gonna say I didn't see it there either. We're going back. Here we go.
35. So, Danny, I'm pretty sure you follow me on Twitter. Just PM me your address.
Are we talking Danny Carr?
And thank you. Mwah.
Are we talking about Danny Carr? Because I caught that.
Oh, I have to follow. Oh.
That's when we started
Follow
it.
Danny right now.
Awesome.
If you're talking about Danny Carr, I definitely caught it. That was the first. That's how we started the video. The very first thing we said in the video was shout out to Danny. I'm assuming it was Danny Carr. I just didn't react, maybe like you thought I would, but I'm assuming that was it. Yeah. I caught it. I'm so used to Danny Carr being spoken. We watched the whole, animated campaign 2 thing that she did where she was the spokesperson. Danny's like a member of the crew to me. So I mean, I guess back then though, Danny won the first give. Oh, is that what it is? Oh, see, I was reading it as something, or maybe I'm a freaking moron.
35.
We're doing it again.
Danny, I'm pretty sure you follow me on Twitter.
I literally just assumed they knew her already. I honestly, I'm being honest. I literally thought that Marisha was just assuming we didn't know who Danny was, so was pretending she didn't know who Danny was. That is crazy. I didn't want to see that. I have to see it again now. See, like, coming from my perspective, knowing all this already, I literally thought that Marisha was just dumbing it down for the audience. Like, oh yeah, Danny Carr. I didn't realize they didn't know Danny Carr. I thought they were intentionally pretending as if they didn't know her.
So we're about
All right, I'm going to rewatch it again. We also still need 5 likes. 5 likes, but we're going to go back to the beginning anyway. 5 likes, everybody. Get us those 5 likes. I'll drink the rest of this bottle right now. There's only like a shot and a half
very
left.
helpful for you guys to donate to them and show your love for Critical Role by donating to the
Thanks,
charity.
Zach.
We'll post the link in the
Also,
chat.
I thought this episode was close to 4 hours. It's actually only 3:28, so it's not as long as I thought, but definitely...
Yes, our
Here we go.
winner for the Espionage Bath Bombs tabletop from @Espionage Makeup goes to Danny Carr.
Danny Carr!
Who is @Aline35. So, Danny, I'm pretty sure you follow me on Twitter. Just PM me your address. And I'll get
That is crazy.
Thank
Now
you.
knowing the
What?
context. Knowing the context, you can see where I'm coming from though, right? I didn't freak out because in my mind I thought, yeah, big deal, it's Danny Carr. And I thought they were being like, yeah, Danny Carr, like because they're, you know, they're this is new, so they're like pretending they didn't know that Danny Carr, like they're doing it for us is what I thought. Now knowing the context, I honestly totally understood it was Danny Carr, but I would have totally just assumed it was being done. Like, I understood she won, but I thought she was like one of their friends or they knew her and they were just pretending they didn't. Either way, that is why I need your guys' help with some of this stuff, because I would have totally just glanced right over that like it was no big deal. That is pretty crazy. So Danny Carr won and then ended up becoming their spokesperson, so to speak, and their what do we call her? The lore master, well, like I know it's not that, but she's basically like the lore master of the Critical Role world. Yeah, this is well before that. That's crazy. Can you imagine? That's nuts. Can you imagine being a fan and winning and then becoming like part of the crew? That is like a dream come true. A dream come true. Espionage bath bombs. The lore keeper. The lore master. What did I say? The lore? What did I say? The lore? Did I say the lore master? I said the lore something. Lore keeper. The lore keeper. Yeah, this is well before that. Espionage bath bubble. She's the one who started the... Is it Thursday yet? Oh, so she... I feel like you guys did tell me that. She was just a critter back then. My God, that is crazy. Like, I wish I got into things like this at the start. Like, there's a lot of times, like, I mean, the closest thing I could compare this to, and honestly, it's nothing near what Danny Carr probably experienced, but when Lost started, I remember seeing trailers for Lost, and Lost to this day is like my favorite show of all time, but I remember seeing trailers and watching the premiere live on TV with my entire family, because everybody was like, what is this show? There was like so much hype surrounding Lost. And I remember getting together with my entire family and us all sitting down because things didn't exist like TiVo and recording shows and stuff like that. So we all sat down and watched it. I remember being like mind blown, and I'd watch it every week. And then I became very involved in all of like the fandoms that did theories every week and like get together and like literally like kind of like try to figure out what was going on. But like that was like the only thing in recent memory I could think of where I got in at the very beginning before, like, because a lot of times now you get involved when things are already hyped up. Like Game of Thrones was another one. Game of Thrones I got in like pretty early, but like Lost, I remember sitting down watching the premiere of the first episode before anybody knew what it was or anything. And that's like kind of how you did things back then. Being there for the beginning of anything major is really something special. Agreed. Like, I even remember specific girlfriends I dated at the time were like when the hatch got revealed in Lost, we would have Lost parties. And whoever I was dating at the time, we would take turns hosting parties at each other's houses because so many people were so into Lost. And I remember like season 2 when the hatch, like the whole Desmond episode and stuff, we literally were at like a friend's house throwing a party. And I remember it to this day because everybody was like, oh my God, this is the greatest day ever. And we all like gathered in numbers to watch the hatch and stuff like that. That sort of stuff like doesn't really happen anymore. The last thing I can remember besides Lost was Game of Thrones. Because, like, I remember having Game of Thrones parties. I remember the bar down the street from me would literally have Game of Thrones night. And, like, they would literally have specials and they would stream it on a giant movie theater projection screen in the bar. And everyone would get together. Great stuff. I love stuff like that, experiencing it as a group. Okay, folks, I got to run back into Pizza Land. If the stream is done when I come back out, I will see you in the comments. Ninja, we love you. Ninja, last one for Ninja. We're going to watch, everybody, if you're jumping in, we need 5 more likes. 5 more likes. We hit the 50 likes, we'll do 30 minutes. I think I'm going to go to the beginning and just get in. I'll watch the intro. We'll do like 5 minutes maybe. Nothing crazy. Because now that I do see, being as there was like a 10-minute break in the middle where we just saw the t-shirt thing and the Danny Carr thing, and I honestly thought it was closer to 4 hours, so it's not nearly as long as I thought. So if we do like maybe 5 or 10 minutes and the Patreon hour and the YouTube video, it'll give us about 2 hours. So maybe we'll do that. So to Ninja Master, Colvin, clever name I made, whoever is indulging in drinking and loving life and smoking and everything else, like the video, and I'm going to chug this and we're going to jump in. What is the timestamp for the beginning? What is a good timestamp to start the enhanced Critter episode that we're about to watch? Let me know while I chug this bottle to my face. Now I see what it was. When I chased the shot before, I was telling everybody there was like, I noticed there's a crack in the glass. And when I chased the shot, I felt like something go down my throat. And I'm like, oh shit, I hope the shot glass didn't crack and I just swallowed a piece of glass. The ice melted to the point where it was literally the size of like little pebbles. And I must have swallowed a pebble of ice. It has been an amazing journey. I just have to, while you guys tell me the timestamp, I mean, I could figure it out pretty quick. Geno Smith has just been traded to the Raiders, everybody. Geno Smith, if you're a football fan, has just been traded to the Raiders.
In the meantime, let's go ahead and get it. What eventually led to the Underdark itself, a subterranean
354 is the recap
of terror and darkness. After a series of battles,
right, we're gonna watch this.
Kind of ashy,
we're gonna watch the recap while I text this person back. I know the recap.
Characters.
I live the recap.
And a few brushes with some illithids or mind flayer creatures. They managed to befriend one, or I should say, ally with one, named Clarota, who's been traveling with them, who was apparently kicked away from his society and wishes re-entry to save them from the kind of ominous presence of this unseen, barely spoken entity called Kavarn. Long day.
Long day.
So, upon traveling deep into
Don't
the
worry,
recesses...
Matt, you just have to talk for 3
I'm
straight
talking.
hours.
I just had a text my friend. The other day I watched this show, Bizarrevark. Have any of you seen Bizarrevark? Jay's horsing down glass and tequila. That's how I roll. I drink glass when I'm having a good time.
Where the
It's
Emberhold, the Duergar fortress currently
NHL trade deadline, and you're getting NFL updates. It just showed me on my phone. I honestly, I don't pay attention to the NHL. The hockey, I'm not. I mean, nothing against it. I just never got into hockey. I think between basketball, baseball, and football, and UFC and MMA and everything, boxing, I've been such a fan of so many sports that I don't think I ever had time for hockey, and no one I ever hung out with watched hockey. Except my sister. But that was until like recently, and by then I was already involved in too much.
We are inside this fortress.
Inside the fortress.
We are moving towards the armory. We're trying to find the armory or something, is that right?
You're trying to find, essentially, or Lady Kima has mentioned she wants to find the rest of her equipment, which she says is either an armory or she mentioned a vault.
I'm just going to pause it so we can set a clock.
Also, she
and then we're going to
knows-
figure out
she
life.
mentioned something
So
about
everybody sit
vengeance
tight.
to those who
Like the
run
video if
deep.
you have not. Everybody, like the video. We're going to keep rolling with it.
We're following her, right?
You've followed her back up to the base floor of the Emberhold itself. You all currently are now back kind of where you started after you snuck into the side passage of the Emberhold.
Can
And
we
she
just
said she would lead the way to the vault.
can we just sort of listen or sense, like be quiet for a second and see if there's any footsteps around us or guards marching around? Are we in immediate peril, or do we have a second?
Everyone go ahead and make an immediate perception roll.
Okay.
7 on the dot. I like to have a nice little even time slot. 7 on the dot. All right, let's do some math. Well, I'm not using my phone to do math. I'm making sure everything's still kosher on this live stream. You're missing out, but I kind of get it. I follow NASCAR, NHL. The funny thing is, I've never really followed NASCAR. I've caught the Daytona 500, stuff like that. But the bar that I usually go to, right now, football's over, and it's still like a month before basketball playoffs start. So I'll still watch basketball. But like basketball, like right now, I'm a Celtics fan. If you guys didn't know, I'm a Boston Celtics fan. And they're pretty much already locked in for the playoffs. So I'll watch the games, but it isn't like as exciting because they're pretty much locked in at their position. They're number 2 in the East. And there's a chance they could catch number 1, who's the Cavaliers. But it's like the Cavaliers are like 6 or 7 games ahead. And there's only like 20 games left in the season. So they'd have to win like all their games, and it's not likely they're going to catch the Cavaliers. So I'm pretty much assuming that the Boston Celtics are locked in at the 2nd spot. So until April, the playoffs start in April. Until April, basketball kind of like is at a standstill for me because I already know the positioning and they're guaranteed to make the playoffs. So between now and then, there's really nothing exciting. And the bar's been doing promotional things for NASCAR. So every time I go to the bar, there's like a huge NASCAR thing, like drink deals and food deals and stuff. So I've actually been getting more into NASCAR now more than ever, which is, different. I love sports in general. I love all sports. I get into everything. Usually there's just so much things to watch that like I have to pick and choose. And right now, normally there'd be like a race for the one spot in basketball. But like I said, the last couple years, the previous years, the Celtics were running away with it and they were in first place. But there were other teams like on their heels. This year, I don't know. And I still, like I said, I watch the games, but it's like I know they're in the playoffs already. So I'm kind of just like biding time while I wait for the playoffs to start in April. That being said, we have 3 hours and 20 minutes, minus the 10 minutes in the middle. That was all those announcements. So let's say 8 minutes, there's about 3 hours and 10 minutes. So how about we do 10 minutes? We'll do to 17, all right? How about that, everybody? Like the video. Here's my deal. We still could hit the 50 likes. We could still hit the 50 likes. We're 4 away. We're 4 likes away. So we're going to do the next 10 minutes. If in those 10 minutes we hit the next 4 likes and we hit the 50 likes, we'll roll with it for the 30 minutes. That's the deal. So let's see what happens. Because we're so close that I feel like we should get some sort of like bonus time and buy us some time. So here we go. We're going in. I'm going to set the clock. And if we hit the 50 likes in the next 10 minutes, we'll do it. But that's it. Even if we're 1 away, we're done. So we're at exactly 7 minutes. Exactly 7 minutes, no seconds. 7:00. Set the time. All right, everybody. 4 likes away. Do we get it? I'm adding 4 likes, but waiting a few minutes in each account. Well, Michael, we have the time now. Here we go, everybody. Get ready for the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so fast.
The website went live.
We're in
We want to announce that
for 10 minutes.
An hour later.
Unless we hit the 50 likes.
22.
And what is this episode called? It doesn't say on Enhanced for Critters. If I had any...
That's a fail. All right, so...
Any
gotta be ready.
thing I could add to Enhanced for Critters, is I wish they posted somewhere the name of the episode. I know they already do enough, and I'm not ragging on them at all. I just have to always go back to the original because I always want to know the title of the episode.
Your ears perk up and you can hear what sounds
Here we go.
like
What is it?
echoes of distant footsteps down hallways far out of sight. You hear some movement across the stone ceiling above you that eventually comes to a stop.
Boop.
And
Boop.
you wait for about a minute,
Boop.
and the entire place is
All right,
now in
apparently, I
very
hate
eerie
everything.
silence.
There we go. The throne room.
Still.
But they don't know where we are.
Oh.
Maybe they went to sleep.
That's why
Lady Kima, do you remember
the Critical Role episode is 4 hours. But the enhanced for Critters episode is 30 minutes less because of
She looks back at you briefly and says,
they edit out the middle. Now I understand. I was gonna say I know I looked and it was 4 hours. Critical the
What floor are we on now?
enhanced for Critters edits out the middle,
ground floor.
Right.
like the break. So that's why it's only 3.5 hours because of the break being edited out. Now it all makes sense. I'm like, I swear. I'm like, I know I looked and I swear it was 4 hours. And it's called the Throne Room, everybody. Throne Room
Oh,
is the name of this
Back in the
episode.
little storage room.
We could.
It also looks like it is
We should just spend the next
the most watched episode so
go in
far.
storage room,
Also,
go up.
Oh no.
up to you guys.
Episode 1 has 24 million views.
Take a peek around the corner.
My god, episode 1 and 2 has the most views of any episode until episode 12 is hated.
29.
Why is episode 12 hated so much? Episode 12 has the least amount of views by
That
far.
eagerness to get in some
Like, it
sort
isn't
of
even
fray or feel
close.
something else bash against the side of this great sword that she borrowed from you guys.
Oh my
She likes to
god.
creep up along the edge.
All the episodes going up into you guys are
As you
right.
do.
The episodes going up into
You
the
see
20s
back
have some of the
here,
lowest
there is, in the middle of
numbers
this hallway,
ever.
a series of doorways. And what looks to
Oh
be
my
a
god,
large
when
room
does
in
it
the center of
start
the chamber
getting
where two
I'm
doors
watching
currently stand.
the battle app. I'm trying to see when the episodes start getting crazy. I mean, they have millions of views. Don't get me wrong. They have millions of views. But episode 1 and 2 below every episode. I'm up into the hundreds. I guess at a point it just like kind of thinned out. All right. So they average 2 to 3 million. The episodes, I went all the way to the end. I literally went all the way to the end, and they average 2 to 3 million an episode.
No, it's
But the
pretty dark
beginning,
here. Like, with low light
the
vision, you're able
first
to see
10
maybe a good
episodes
30, 40 feet ahead
were
of you.
anywhere from
There are a
24
few of
million
those red
to like
crystal
7
clusters that
million.
give off a little bit of light.
And then everything kind of like
incrementally,
dialed
but,
down to like 2 to
Durgar
3
themselves,
million.
You've gotten to the point where you see they like it very, very dark. They actually aren't needing light. This is more of a courtesy to guests they may have.
So potentially, brother, we could take them both out if we throw a knife.
Potentially, brother.
Didn't we see
Brother.
further past that? Because that's
No,
one room
this
where
is
Grog did
this is the area that we haven't been in.
Potentially, brother. I'm just putting back on the live stream so I can see what's going on. We're still 4 away, everybody. 12 is just a Q&A session about Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, that would make sense. That was the first episode that dropped
The inside
drastically.
looks to be a storage room. There's just a series of boxes, barrels, and various.
Maybe you can put yourself in a box and walk around.
Metal Gear Solid it. I think I've watched episode 12 once in the 10 years I've been a fan.
This hallway.
Daryl Hill, how you doing, by the way? Oh, we got Sandy Michaels. I prefer my clocks without the L. My clocks without the L.
Anybody visible in that hallway?
I got this.
Do I? What is?
Wait, what about us?
Oh, is that? Do I have?
Why are you
Boop,
doing
boop,
this?
boop, boop, boop.
All right, so you go. past
Did I have it?
this.
I don't know what you meant, but I did have it too low. Maybe that's what it was. Sandy Michaels, how are you doing? Welcome, everybody. We are 3 likes away from doing an entire 30 minutes. Everybody's jumping in. If you're jumping in, like the video. 3 likes, and we watch another 30
There isn't a
minutes.
door in the way. It's just an open.
All right, so
We
I'm
jumped in
going to press
episode
against
7.
wall,
The thing says episode
up the
6,
edge,
but we
wait
have
for, like,
completed
5
it.
seconds, see if I can hear anything,
And we are
and then
jumping in episode
not,
7. So
come
like the
around
video
it.
if you're jumping in.
Zub, 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 zub. 20.
20. You take a moment and listen. You hear what sounds like a light crackling of some sort of a fire.
I like that
and
we've been
the
getting lots of
occasional
battle maps and
dull
shit.
ring of metal being hit against metal.
I mean, it is called the throne room. I'm expecting
Metal against metal.
Some crazy greatness.
Okay. I'm
Tink,
going to get low to the ground and.
Where is?
All right.
I just realized, where's Travis? Where the hell did Travis go?
Indeed, it is.
Did Travis? Because Travis was here at the break, was he not?
2 kilns or 2 anvils set up, a work table in the center, and there is one lone Duergar that apparently, in the middle of his work, has not been paying attention to any of the ruckus going on around, and is just in the middle of hitting some sort of long, thick piece of black iron, and just ting, ting, sweat dripping down the
Tinking
front of his
away.
brow.
I'm
Room
back,
itself is
Marion Ravenwood.
in the
How was
corner
the
of
end of your
doorway. You can
work
tell the
session?
temperature is a lot warmer on the inside.
And his back is to me currently?
First
It's
week of
kind of
work
the
for
side
Marion
TV.
Ravenwood, everybody.
He's currently looking.
Are you home already? Did you get home? My brain is fried. Did you get home already from work?
Oh, but I see the door.
What is it,
on the
8
other
o'clock?
side,
It's
so
like 10 after
take
8.
Why don't you just keep
earring.
going forever?
Take the earring and I whisper it to my sister.
I've been invited on the field trip, guys.
Just you?
Just me. Come on. Who else can stealth?
I've been invited along on the
stealthy
field
hacker
trip.
right now.
Travis is not in this
I'm a
episode.
stealthy
Matt
hacker.
mentioned
Do you wanna
it in the
be
start.
something in top of
Was
my
he
pocket?
not? I guess I was so focused on the whole read along with Zach and everything.
I'm
still a cat form.
Whatever. I guess I just missed
But I
it.
can accompany you.
I suck.
Should not go with you.
Great place to recover brain power. Right here. This is the best place, Marion Ravenwood. If you're jumping in, like the video. 3 likes left. We have 3 minutes to do it. We have 3 minutes to get 3 likes.
Corota's voice in your head simultaneously say,
I can also accompany.
Good plan, Clarota.
Good plan, Clarota.
All right, I'll step ahead.
And at this point,
all right, so Mark.
I've already said from the last episode. I've already said I'm on board with Clarota.
Raised his hand for a moment,
But
and his image
if he
the same way Scanlan's did.
does us dirty,
Apparently.
I'm gonna be very pissed off if Clarota does us dirty. If his people do us dirty, I'm gonna be really pissed off because Clarota kind of gave us like. He's making me believe that his people are on board with whatever he says or thinks. And if they're not, then we are leading Kima into a disaster that she didn't want to be part of. That's the problem. Like we're very aggressive to Kima. Sam specifically. Scanlan was like, this is a threat. Like, I don't like when people talk like that.
Past the door.
We rescue her
I'm gonna go around
on
the corner to that.
Alora Visorin's request, and we go like, this is a threat. Clarota's our guy.
Go ahead and roll
Now,
for
I
an
understand sticking up for your guy. Natural. That's how you start a game. That's how you start a game, everybody.
I feel like it's gonna be a
Natural 20. Travis is watching The Avengers. Is he really?
Damage, the sneak attack.
Like, did he go?
Where you were there.
Is he like part of the movie release or something? Or is he legitimately in the theaters watching The Avengers?
11.
All right.
No, I'm here in the car with TJ, picked me up in front of work on our way to the infamous In-N-Out. I don't think I've ever been to an In-N-Out before. I know what they are. I've heard of them many times. They don't have them in Jersey. I have a Steak Shack nearby.
Multiply by 2. And then
Steak Shack, I think, is the closest thing to an In-N-Out I have near me.
Just a plus.
That's a lot.
Okay.
That's a lot.
Plus 7, I think, right at the end.
Yeah, that's right.
So
it's the damage.
2
plus
likes
the
away,
sneak
everybody.
attack, double
2
that,
likes
and
away,
so
and we
4
have
plus
45 seconds.
2 plus 7.
Do we? I said even if we're
20
off
years
by
here.
1,
That's enough.
this all immediately is gonna just go to black in 17 minutes. We're 2 likes away.
Tink. That's it. Without even a guttural noise, the dagger buries itself in the base of his skull. You see him just slump down to the ground.
I catch the hammer and I start going tink.
That's good. I like that.
The 2 invisible.
I love it. I love it. Instantaneous tinking.
What do you need us to do?
Kima, at this point, kind of like
stabs him in his skull, immediately catches the hammer,
looks back at Grog,
and starts tinking.
Hands are also ringing this
Who
great axe.
in the chat knows the In-N-Out burger? Who understands the glory?
She kind of glances off to the
Yeah,
side.
I don't know about In-N-Out. I don't know about it.
And she's gonna go ahead and run around.
Oh, see.
Don't
this
waste
is
my
why we
natural
don't-
20.
I know what you doing, girl.
Don't waste my natural 20, Kima.
This is why we don't have AI.
Everybody, we're 2 likes away. We're past the 17 mark. I'm stretching it. I'm stretching. I'll go to 20. I'll go to 20 just for the sake of thinking we're gonna do it. 2 likes away.
At least.
If not, we'll just add it to next week's live stream.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna
Trinket,
look
who
to
hasn't
my
seen you in a
left.
while, sneaking to your
I
back.
mean, we immediately jumped into a battle map.
Okay. Trinket is enjoying the petting. All right.
I
so
know
after
it.
it
Haven't
goes
been
down,
there
the
yet.
current
I
armory
believe
section appears to be
Travis
completely,
went with the
open
original
and at your
Joel.
disposal.
Or his
There are a
stuntmen
series of
friends,
partially
okay.
made weapons kind of scattered
To the
in
Avengers
pile.
movie.
There are some
The man
ingots
gets a tentacle, and
even
now
some
he's a
raw
fan
iron
of
material
Clarota.
kind of in the far corner.
Coincidence? I don't
Other
know.
than that, it
Is
just looks like your
it?
general
Is it a
Smith and
coincidence?
Wesson.
All I know is I think we're 1 like away.
Kima's currently
1 like away.
She
2 minutes
you
to
guys
do
have-
it now. We had another 2 minutes, if I'm not wrong.
Equipment here that you wanted.
She glances around, goes and like moves some of the piles by, turning over the room as quietly as she can. Not as quietly as you'd like, but quiet enough. No, nothing's here.
1 like away, everybody.
just take one of these
1
things and
like.
call
If you just jumped in this room, throw up a like, and you just gained everybody an extra 20 minutes of content.
This will do me just fine for now.
Oh.
I mean, we have Kima here. If you're jumping into this room, you gotta know about Kima. Do it for Kima. Do it for Clarota. I've been all around this great big world, and I've eaten all kinds of burgers, but I can't wait to get back to the West for the cheeseburger
Let's all go
at In-N-Out. Is that a song? Because it sounds like a song. I know part of that is a song.
Here we go.
But that song is originally not about an In-N-Out burger.
Disadvantage on you, Pike, because of your heavy armor.
So that means I roll twice?
Roll twice, take the lower.
I take the lower one.
So as that happens, I want to.
Disadvantage on you, Pike. Does that mean I roll twice?
And I want to cast light on it.
Yes, Pike.
And I want to slowly have it drift.
Ooh,
down
they're
the-
both concentration spells. You can have one or the other.
Hear the dripping water? The
It
water
makes
is
it an
pretty
actual
awesome.
object, unfortunately.
Do they do bacon blue cheeseburgers?
Okay.
Oh, it is California Girls. I couldn't think of what it was. I knew this. I knew it was a song. The way I read it, though, I couldn't wait to get back to the place, back to the cutest girls in the world. Ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doop.
And where are you casting it? Just in the middle of the
I
hallway?
knew it. I just didn't put enough thought into it. I
Wants
suck.
to see in the dark place.
I want to see in the dark place.
This, there is no entrance to this room currently, from what you can see.
The raindrops?
The wall.
I'm digging the raindrops with some good hot sauce on that biatch. I love me a bacon blue cheeseburger. If I get a burger at a restaurant or something, I'll get. I mean, most of them nowadays have the bacon blue cheeseburger.
Roll for trinket.
Back in the day, I used to. It would be like rare. I forget where I used to go. There was a chain restaurant
Add to it.
that I would go to all the time. That would have. I think it was Hula Hands.
Dex modifier.
Okay.
There was like a Hula Hands right by me. And back then, they were one of the few, I'm talking like 20 years ago. A Hula Hands opened up down the street. Hula Hands was like unheard of back then. And they opened very nearby, and I remember having a bacon blue cheeseburger.
You guys make your way.
And at that point, I don't know many
One of the
other places
Duragar
that did it.
glances
Now
over.
everyone has a bacon blue cheeseburger.
Mutter something to the front of his side. And
I
begins.
heard the bear. I start sliding my back down along
Oh
the wall.
crap. I turn
No, no,
around
no, no, no.
and notch my arrow for them.
Okay.
Trinket
I
moves
hold everybody up
past.
to. I'm gonna walk up to the very, very edge of the hallway.
Waiting.
Hey, I'm behind the bear.
Bring me right here.
And I'm stabbing. Stabbing.
Holding right
And
there.
I'm stabbing. 50 likes in 30
Move
minutes.
behind the bear.
Yeah, we're one away.
Right
We're
there. They
one
both see
like
you.
away.
The other bear.
Shake Shack is good. We have a Shake
As you're
Shack
walking behind Trinket, all
by
this
the
transpires
mall.
simultaneously.
Like the mall I grew
So-
up near my whole life.
Right.
They built
And
a Shake
they
Shack
saw the bear,
probably
and then saw something move behind.
about
it.
5
Their
years
attention was
ago.
got- They see
Shake
you,
Shack
and they start
opened
walking
up.
towards-
I've been there several
However, as
times.
they pass
I'll tell
by,
you the
go ahead and
truth.
get one shot.
They're good,
Passes past you,
but
go ahead and make your
like
attack.
I honestly think Smash Burger's better.
Can I go ahead
I
and
like-
move up next to Percy?
Like there's a restaurant I go to down the street. I think has a better
Unfortunately, the space is a
burger.
little limited to your size.
But like it's like
You're
a
gonna have to wait
restaurant
for the rest of
burger,
them
like
to let you by.
it isn't like fast food. If you're going strictly fast food,
Behind me. He's not here, right?
I think Smash Burger. I would consider Smash Burger on the same level as Shake Shack. I think Smash Burger's better. I also am a sucker for White Castle. I know it's a totally different kind of thing, but I love me a White Castle burger, and we hit the 50 likes.
As you whip around the corner.
Officially hit the
2
50
arrows.
likes.
All right. Second one. Same guy or both different targets?
Just got a notification from Twitter asking me if I want to talk to AI. LOL, that's fucking weird. It is.
Both hit. Go ahead and roll damage on
If
both.
we didn't lose a like, I would have just done it. We just hit 50. We are officially at 50 likes, everybody. We will keep rolling.
Continues past with his hammer out, kind of rushing towards whatever he sees moving at the end of the hallway. Probably Tiberius after a trinket. The next one that comes past you, you reach around and just take your dagger and swing it across the back of his neck area. You manage to sever the base of the spine and he just crumples into
Oh
a
my
pile in
God.
front of you. The other
Sever
one,
the base to the spine.
the 2 arrows.
Hacked away.
Both arrows impact his chest. The Durgar kind of steps back for a second, surprised by the moment. Looks really furious and begins to step forward, his size enlarging.
I knock him right in the face with the butt of my gun as he rounds the corner.
All right. Go ahead and make a stealth.
Butted him, knock him in the face with the butt of his gun. I'd rather have a thick burger than a crusty patty.
8.
There's a place near me called Vintage Tavern.
So you still get the attack.
It used to be Chimney Rock Inn.
As he's running past
But
you,
they
glances and sees with the corner of his eye.
make probably one of the better burgers, maybe the best burger I've had in a while. And on Mondays, they do burger nights, and you get like a half-pound fat, thick burger with fries for like $8. It's nuts. And they have a great selection of draft beers and stuff. What is with us? And it flashes. We've been rolling, like, we just started, and we're rolling natural 20s left and right.
It is a 1d4 plus your strength modifier.
We are rolling natural 20s like crazy. I mean, we're not even 20 minutes in. Barely 20 minutes in. What is that, the third natural 20?
Well, it's 5.
Delicious Heights
right?
had good
My strength
burgers.
modifier
Delicious
is
Heights does too.
1. Okay, so it's 5 times 2, it's 10.
When I go to Delicious Heights now, though, I have a poke bowl.
As the Durgar
Delicious Heights
was
makes
rushing
good
past with
everything.
the hammer, about to fold
But they
back and
have
swing
really
at you,
good
rush out behind the corner
salads.
with the
I'll get a poke bowl
the
or
blunt
like
end of your
a
weapon and just
chicken Caesar
side
salad.
of the
They got really good salads. But pretty much everything Delicious Heights has is good. That's another restaurant like 5 minutes from my house. They're a chain in New Jersey,
unconscious on the ground.
but I don't think it exists anywhere else.
Can I, so he's at a disadvantage, basically?
I went to Texas Roadhouse yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. I went to Texas Roadhouse.
If you'd like
And
Yes, I want to.
Okay.
I had a porterhouse.
Is that really bad?
It was the biggest, most expensive steak Texas Roadhouse had. It was like 35 bucks, which is not bad at all for a 23-ounce steak. It's delicious. It like melted in my mouth. 23-ounce porterhouse steak. I was very pleased. And my friend was the manager there and knocked like 10 bucks off
alongside you.
my check. So like with my beers and everything, it was like 50 bucks, and I had like 3 or 4 beers.
And she says, okay.
It was like 50 bucks with tip.
Hold on.
I was like, you cannot beat that. To get a 23-ounce porterhouse steak with a bunch of beers and the tip,
I kind of get up
I
on the
was
stool to see if
very,
I can
very
touch some
pleased.
cleavage. Kind of like just peek over, peek in.
The leather armor that she wore is a full torso covering leather.
I was never the dice.
apologize.
It was never the dice. It was the old lord himself.
Sorry, Scanner.
Jay, go to Tiger's Tail on the border of Montgomery and Princeton. They have the best food. I've heard of this place. I've
Which, by
even
the way,
driven by it.
It's not just so
My
much the fact that
friend
the type did it, it's the
Scott.
fact that
Actually,
the type
I've
did
been
it
there.
by
I've been there.
running a jagged, like,
My
blade
friend
edge
Scott, Ray,
maze
it's
across someone's
my
throat.
brother
There's less
Ray's,
than
one of his best friends growing up,
We'll see.
lives or did live right near there, and he made reservations there. This is going back before pandemic. Before pandemic, he made reservations there, and I went with him and a bunch of our
Given the space
friends,
on the
and
rest
I
of the party,
did
we'll
eat
move
there.
forward.
They had a
Hallway
great
down,
selection of
we'll see how
beer.
far down
I'm pretty
that
sure I
light
got a
source.
steak.
See, Kima is now moving across.
If I go out to eat, especially if I'm with a group and it's like a fancy restaurant, I'm always getting a steak. Because in my mind, you can't go wrong at a nice place with a big juicy steak. And it's like, why get a burger? Because they're going to charge you 20 bucks for a burger anyway, so you might as well pay extra and get something worth the money.
Kima's shoulder and
I just feel like going to places like that and getting like a sandwich or a burger is like a waste.
As he you do so,
because they're gonna upcharge you.
Gives a
Like
begrudging nod.
you get something
You can see
that
she's,
makes
like-
sense
like
at a
her-
place
actually,
like
like
that.
it's shaking.
But I
Her
remember it being
hand
very
holding
good.
the
I remember
razor
them
is
having a
shaking
great
with
selection.
rage.
I also think they had amazing French onion soup. I remember people were like, "You got to try the French onion," and it had like the cheese melted over the top and everything. I specifically remember this place. Well, first and only time I've ever been there.
To your right, and then
This is before the Golden Snitch.
The doorway's to your left.
They have a
and
Texas
to the right, you
Roadhouse
see
here
the
in
wall
Vegas
to
near me. I haven't gone to it yet
my
though.
left, door straight
I'll
ahead.
tell you what. I had never been to a Texas Roadhouse before because one of my friends lived near one that was about 30-40 minutes away and said he didn't like it at all.
Natural 20.
But then people were telling me the one natural 20 again. Another natural 20. What is happening? This is amazing. And they're all doing it. It's like different people, all different people. But the Texas Roadhouse opened by me maybe 5-6 years ago, and everyone at the arcade is like, dude, they're phenomenal. And then one of my friends from the arcade is the general manager, and I was like, I gotta try it out.
Okay.
I wanted a good steak one night, and I've went 3 times in the last month. Every time I get a different steak, I've had their New York strip,
So
I've had their
the door
ribeye,
itself does not
and
appear to be
the other day I got the porterhouse.
It does appear to
The
be
porterhouse was the best by far. It also is the most expensive, but all 3 were delicious.
That's okay. It's a really, really, really crappy lock. It actually, you notice the door itself, it has a locking mechanism on it. It was kind of half locked, and as you push, it opens up.
Texas Roadhouse used to be good when they first opened. I think it depends on the ones you go. Like the one by me is the newest one in my area. Like within an hour, the one by me is the newest one that opened. The other reason I tried it was they're always packed. Like if you see a place that's always packed, it's either they have really cheap prices or really good food or both. And I'm like, when my friend started telling me it was really good, I'm like, it's got to be good because it's always jam-packed. And the prices are really good, but it was also like very good food. So I guess it's just the location because, like I said, my other friend is like, the one by my house sucks. And I never tried it, so I don't know, maybe he's crazy.
Yeah, that would
But
be
I guess it depends on who's running the place.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, everyone's got different chefs. Even though it's sort of routine, I've seen some chefs that destroy businesses because they don't have a clue what they're doing.
Tiger form, and I just grab one by the scruff and start.
Okay.
Grab him by the scruff.
Grog helps out. You guys move the 2 bodies slowly
Permante's
over
is the only rich food chain, or niche food chain, that I think I have eaten from the States. Isn't that in Pittsburgh? I'm pretty sure that's the place my brother in Pittsburgh is taking me. Permante's. I'm almost positive Permante's is. They have like fries with that. I forget what it's called, but they have fries with like a gravy or something over them. Poutine over the fries. My brother, I'm talking 15, 20 years ago when he moved to Pittsburgh, was like, you got to go to Permante's.
Now, looking down
And
this
we got,
hallway
it's
here,
like a
you can
burger
see-
fry place. That's got to be the same place.
Who we got?
Permante's has the fries. That and the fried catfish and hush puppies, yeah, it's got to be the same place. My brother was like, Permante's is like the place to go. This is way back when.
A room that
I
is filled
haven't
with
been there
different beds,
forever.
all apparently empty.
Can I?
Oh, they're up and looking.
Or
Apparently empty.
Or TLC. I was in Chicago for a hookup in 2016. I think last time I had
See if I smell any.
Portillo's. Also, right before my accident, 6 months of silence. Portillo's. That one I haven't heard of. Italian beef does hold a special place in my heart.
You can
Portillo's.
see it goes back quite a bit.
Yeah, that one I've not heard of.
Sniffing this room, you can tell that there were Duragard.
I heard they're
there
bringing
recently.
Bennigan's
Apparently,
back.
at
My
the moment,
God.
though, there is no immediate
I haven't seen a
scent that
Bennigan's
matches
in
a
forever,
Duragard.
probably because
So,
they were gone.
The room, for the most part,
All the
been
Bennigan's where I lived were
Okay,
turned into
I
Applebee's.
kinda, even though
We also used to have,
I'm not a cat, I still kind of point.
oh my God, what was it called?
Pointer.
Ponderosas?
Face.
Do you guys remember Ponderosa?
You know, like
Down the street from me, they used to have a chain restaurant called the Ponderosa. And they all vanished way back. Like I'm talking half a lifetime ago.
I'm gonna start
I don't think they
sliding down
exist
that hall
anymore.
there,
At least the
ignoring
ones
this
by
other
me all
fence
went out of
and get up
business.
to the door,
The same with
and again,
Bennigan's.
place
They
light
around
to
like
the
a little
business.
before Bennigan's went out of business.
As you look to your
all
right,
the Ponderosas
this is
went
a
out of
large
business.
foyer type area with two red
And they had a
carpets that roll both
mascot
sides
named
leading to
Ponderosa
the front
Pete.
of the main double.
They had a whole song, and
large
they'd be like,
10-foot
"My name
tall
is Ponderosa
stone
Pete,
doors on
and
the front of the
I'm
fortress.
very sweet."
To your left, there
and it
is
was like a
double
whole
wooden
theme
door,
song with a
about
mascot and
8
everything.
feet tall each side, about 5 feet wide. They're currently closed, leading into whatever
Our
this
old
large chamber
Ponderosa is
to
a
your left.
weed store now. That's hilarious.
right
Not for nothing.
hall
That's very fitting because Ponderosa Pete
There are two.
used to make me think of like somebody created that was extremely high. So it would make sense that Ponderosa turned into a weed
Natural
shop
17.
because Ponderosa
Yes!
Pete was a freaking
I
pothead.
love that Nat 17.
Nat 17. Everyone's rolling
listening
good.
in,
I mean, all the natural
you
20s,
don't
but
hear anything.
we're rolling good all around.
Are you at the double
Had a
door?
great salad
I'm
bar,
to the right.
and I
I
always
went the other
had their chicken tenders. Yes,
Okay,
Ponderosa
well,
had an
I'm gonna listen
amazing
to the
salad bar.
doors.
One of the first I can remember. Like back then,
17.
like a lot of places now have salad bars by me, but back then that was like one of the few restaurants that had like an all-you-could-eat salad bar that would like come with every meal.
As you listen back, there is no noise internally, except for the slight squeak. As you put yourself against the door, it shifts a little bit, making no noticeable noise, but it
Charlie Brown's had the best salad bar. Yeah, Charlie
Where there's
Brown's
no
is one of
lock.
them. A lot of them went out of business. There was one right by my house that turned into a
I just heard a
Capital
noise.
No, you heard no
Craft.
noise.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you guys have them by you.
Can I
There was a really nice Charlie Brown's, and they went out of
Can I go
business.
through
Opened
doors
Capital
so that I can
Craft.
see what
I
I'm
went there. Food was good,
Peak very
but it was
low and-
one of the priciest places I'd been to
I'm
in
gonna
a
open the
while.
door.
Capital Craft.
Okay.
I got like 2 or 3 beers and like a salad, and I was on a date, and it was like $150.
Guest bedroom. It's a
Capital
singular
Craft
bed.
was
It's
like
much better
definitely
condition
on the
than
higher
barracks.
side
It's
price-wise.
empty. It's well made.
And like
it's
I
more
wouldn't even
lit in the other
mind if it
rooms.
was like
It
unforget
seems
like
to
if it
be
was
a
like
room designed for
I get like, oh my god, the greatest food ever.
either
I remember being like,
non-Durgar
I could get
riffraff
this kind of
or
shit
general
at my
soldiers
local
or
dive bar.
guests
Like
or people that
it
would go
was
to the fortress
decent at best, but it wasn't like
stay.
anything
So-
that blew my mind, and it was so
I'm
expensive.
going to try to
Like you
peer
gotta
into
really,
the
if you're
door.
gonna
I-
charge
I
me,
haven't
it
talked
better
about
be
this
the
before, but
greatest
I'm
thing
going
I
to
ever
focus
ate. I ain't
on
going
time
back.
since I have advantage.
There's too
on
many
stealth,
good places to eat
and enemies
nowadays.
have disadvantage on spotting me, so I'm going to lean my head in.
All right.
Do I need to roll for stealth?
I need
or
to
am
look it
already
up,
stealth?
but I
this, you already
liked
stopped
Tad's Steakhouse by
So as you glance inside
MSG.
the room, you see what
Would
appears
go
to be a
before going
great
to events there.
hall of some
Tad's,
kind.
that one I have
There
not
are
heard of either.
large wooden
Shoney's,
tables.
I never
There
been
is
to.
a
I know
fire pit in
I've
the
heard of
center that has a
Shoney's, but
number
I've
of
never been there.
Mostly burned wood that is mainly just small darkened embers.
They need to
a
bring
little
back
bit
Charlie
glowing
Brown's.
yellow
There,
and red
there
to
is
it.
a Charlie
There are
Brown's in
stools
Westfield.
scattered about.
Marion Ravenwood.
The room, you can see there are remnants.
I don't know.
of some of the meal
Marion
that hasn't
knows
fully
New
cleaned up
Jersey.
yet on some of the
But
tables.
Westfield,
The
New
door
Jersey
appears to
has
be
a
empty.
very nice Charlie Brown's.
You
We've
do
gone
see a
several times.
slight
They renovated the
glimmer
whole
across
place.
the way.
It's always been a Charlie Brown's, but they've recently renovated the entire place and like made it way
What
nicer.
else were you doing?
Have a giant bar, an outside eating area. Still very good food, and they still have the salad bar.
Can I ask him? I'm asking you what you see in the.
Tad's did end up closing. Oh shit, they closed. Who has poutine? I want to try it.
Okay.
Is
I'm gonna snoop
Chong's a national chain? I've never heard of Chong's.
14.
Oh, I've heard of P.F. Chang's, and I've heard of. We have P.F. Chang's, and we have. What's the hibachi steakhouse
I'm going to
that has like a Asian sounding name?
in the room down that hallway.
P.F. Chang's,
Then I'm going to
Benihana's. We have Benihana's, and we have P.F. Chang's, but I never heard of
my
Chong's.
prestidigitation.
Down this hallway?
California doesn't have great food.
5 feet.
Poutine sounds like my 2 a.m. chili cheese waffle
You see
from the
slowly as you
Waffle
move
Hut.
down this hallway to check it out.
Thank you
A
for saying
secondary
it.
set of barracks that are also
California doesn't have
apparently
great food.
Is everybody?
Where are they?
They're all.
I also have never been to a waffle hut or
you
a
see
waffle
secondary
house.
commode that is open.
I've seen them a million times. I've never
And
been.
as you glance around the corner, as the light passes by, you see there are 2 Durgar currently coming down the hallway this direction.
Oh shit!
I stop it, and I creep back.
Okay. As you creep back, you hear footsteps
Oh.
coming your way quickly.
I'm going to the door, then I can hear
Durgar coming
Yeah,
quickly.
I'll crest to the
Inside the
door,
door,
as
inside the
well.
door.
These are
Over there,
facts.
yeah.
Shoney's
I'm
closed
gonna
in
stay
South
actually right there,
Carolina.
just
New
right at
Jersey
the
is the home of the
with you
garbage
guys?
plate, right? I don't know, what is the garbage plate? That does actually sound familiar.
Try to get up there, but
I don't know what it is referring to. New Jersey is the home to a lot of things that sound horrendous. Like the New Jersey Turnpike. Have any of you ever heard of the New Jersey Turnpike at a bar?
Taking a dump on the guest
Back when I was growing up, people would be like, "You want the New Jersey Turnpike?" And if you didn't know what it was, they would literally wipe down the rail where they make all the drinks and then wring out the towel into a glass. And it would be, that was what they called the New Jersey Turnpike. Clearly, you weren't supposed to drink it. But I've literally seen people drink it because it's literally all the liquor that is spilled into the rail. But you're also getting like probably cleaner and disgustingness. You're definitely getting disgustingness. But I've seen guys literally do it just to like act tough, drink the New Jersey Turnpike.
Okay. So, Tiberius, as you're backing
I'm gonna
up,
pause
both
it very
the Duergar
soon.
Turn around, immediately seeing you, and rear back with javelins.
Throwing them?
At you.
All right, that's it. 37:50 because we went over a minute. We did the 30 minutes. We even did extra. We did the intro. We did the extra 30 minutes. We even went a minute over. Javelins are being thrown at us, but I got to stop there because I'm going to do the hour Patreon, and I'm going to do about 15 minutes, and that'll still leave us like a good hour. It'll leave us like an hour and 40 minutes, hour and 45 minutes. So we're going to stick with that, everybody. But we hit the 50 likes. I'm so happy. I was literally stalling as long as I could because I'm like, we're so close. I know we're going to do it. I know we're going to hit the 50 likes. We are back into the flow of the 50 likes now. So next week, we got the longest live stream yet for Campaign 1. We've got to accomplish the 50 likes again. That sounds disgusting. My dad did a U-turn in a semi-truck on the New Jersey Turnpike. Yes, the New Jersey Turnpike is a gross road. Like, there's no shoulder half the way. And I mean, they've done good work to it since I was younger. But when I was younger, it was like you do not want to break down the New Jersey Turnpike. It is like a disaster of a place. The Mexican food is great here, but you have to like Mexican. No food trucks here are disgusting. Been to a bunch of small towns for racing and had some wild dishes. Couldn't remember where I had it. Hey, I came back and we are still going. Nice Ninja, we're closing out, but you came in time for the goodbye. And we lost a like. We're down to 49 likes. After all of that, we're down to 49 likes, but I'm happy we did it. Somebody liked the video. Somebody find a way to like the video so we go back to 50 while I'm doing the shout-outs. Good night. Marion, tell TJ to log on his phone and be our 50th like if you're still with him. I'm assuming you are. Marion, I'm saying good night to everybody. Somebody liked the video. I think YouTube caught up with us and the algorithm and saw that people were doing it on multiple accounts too quick. Clever name I made, Marion Ravenwood, Ninja Master, Daryl Hill. We have, I think I just said Marion Ravenwood, Michael, Ace, and Vero G, my moderators, Carrie M. I almost read a different name. Amelia, Emily, Mary, M. Gormley. We have Colvin and Shane Barron. I'm trying to remember. We had Backless Door. Neil, my good friend. Michael Sands. I was going to say Michael Sanchez. Who else we got here? If I missed you, right down below. Michael Knight, Sandy Michaels. I know those are variants of our Michael. I'm just going to say them all. Holly Mac 79. Did I get everybody for the most part? Rogue. That's as far back as I could go. If I missed you, right down below. Amy and David France, I hope they're doing good. I know Amy is due for her baby soon. I know it's like very early in April, so Amy's like a month away from that. Cheers to everybody. Somebody find a way to like this video because we're 1 like short now. And is it Friday yet? Is it?